Our negs, who art in the attic, how that be thy alpha from Clonopin come, thy food stamps be done in the attic as in the bodega. Give us this day our daily peanut butter, and forgive us our transgressions, as we forgive those who transgress against us, who harass against us. Lead us not into good, but deliver us from struggle straps. For thine, grandma, for thine is grandma house. Oh my god.
The world hates me, Pebbles.
Y'all ladies don't understand that, like, the male instinct is to breed with as many women as possible. That's in our DNA.
And I'm a movie producer. I'm a movie producer.
One thing, Nix, I used to be a real player. When I was 18, I was flirting with every girl that I would see.
That's it. We're done. We're good here. You know what? I'm gonna leave you alone after this, DC.
But I can be on a plane tomorrow to Quebec if that's what you really want. I will be the tribute. I'll be the tribute, and you keep on reminding people that I'm older than you. So, but I'll show you a thing or two. I have been doing what I can to move money around and all that kind of stuff to donate. I've re-donated some of my own money. Next doesn't know that.
Why don't you have a day job? Why don't you go to work like real men?
Too dangerous.
Not mine. Oh, Pebbles, the world hates me. I don't know why. People put batteries in my back. You wish you had my tattoo. Clara gave me a
I'm going to be streaming as much anymore.
Our Clara, who art in the DC, sorta, in the Washington DC. Our Clara, who art in the DC, how to be thy Mima. From litigation come, thy war chest be done in the attic as it is in Washington. Give us this day our daily goose fat, and forgive us our EPOs, as we forgive those who take out EPOs against us. Lead us not into Botox, oh no, but deliver us from the third. For thine is Mrs. Nick's house. The designer bags and the vapes forever and ever. Amen.
Are we feeling the love? Are we feeling the love?
Okay, and that is that. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. So, as usual, I start by chatting with you. And so, we see Sarah's Corner, Kitty, David, a.k.a. What If Gerd is one of us. That Amber chick, that Sea Blackbird, Caticorn Mermaid, one of our latest members. Good to have you along. And welcome to the Mad Hatters once again. Naughty Rudolph, it's been a while since we've seen you around here. Good to see you again. Capone Boxer, damn it, Amber. Yes, he really is as dumb as he looks. He really and truly is. I do that thing to my dogs all the time now. Oh no, Amber. No, you don't want to scare your dogs. You don't want to scare your dogs away. Good to see you, Amber chick. I bet the women run from Russ. I bet they do too. I'm sure they run as far and fast they can. Hello, Dove Kitty. Hello, Dove Kitty. Mr. DW79. Yes, good afternoon and welcome. Christy Claw in the house. Debbie Plum. Wind Chimes. Good to see you. Tinkerbell, yeah, I'm glad you're here for it, Tinkerbell, and I'm glad you're enjoying the streams. Caticorn, hello, Shelly Ray. Judy, good to see you. Christy Girl Adventures, good afternoon. Capone Boxer, Tank Girl, good to see you. Yeah, Russell and his muscles. Yeah, Russell and his muscles. That almost rhymes, you know that? That almost rhymes. Yeah, Aunt Maddie, greetings to you too, Aunt Maddie. Okay, so yes, we're going to do something slightly different. Before we get into the reaction, it's a video. Hello, RBF, good to see you. It's a video Begz did all about me. It's a 3-hour stream he did all about me. Begz. I'm just not that into you. Okay, I'm just not that into you. But we're going to react to it anyway, or at least part of it. It's a 3-hour stream. We're certainly not going to react to all of it. He starts off by doing retro reacts to some of my older videos. My older videos I did on Hussy. Back when Hussy and I were not friendly. We were anything but friendly. But this was before Hussy and I buried the hatchet. And now we get along. We get along just fine. So anyways, yeah, he wanted to put that on. We are not going to cover that. But all those Hussy videos that he covered in his stream are all open on my channel for anyone to view if they want. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say, it was done before we buried the hatchet. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're free to watch it. Hey, I'd rather you give me the view than him, right? I'd rather you give me the... Aw, that's cute. Ron's bandanas are surpassing Clara's diapers in size. Oh. So there is that. The other thing is, Bridget, I think it was Bridget that told me yesterday in my chat, last night's stream in my chat, that Begzy says in his video that he wants to bill me for $350 US for the laptop. Oh, Begzy, no, it was not even worth that in Canadian dollars. Oh, God, it was not even worth that in Canadian dollars, dude. No. It got, no. See, the technician had to go through it before it was given to the family in question. Yeah. Now, Def might be coming on because Def was around and she had most of the DMs back at that time. She was DMing mostly between me and... reeling me and back then Begzy's Discord. Back then we were all friends with Begzy. We were all part of Negative Nation. Yes, it's regrettable on my part, but what can you do? Okay. Can't live with regret. Exactly. Yeah. Hello, Pam. My back is killing me, unfortunately. It's killing me. Sometimes it's hard to love somebody when everybody is fighting all the time. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Harry Wanghead. Good to see you. Gan. Good to see you too. My laptop's worth more than Begzy's. Yeah. Pay him the $350 if he agrees to pay his furnace bill first. No, I'm not giving him a cent, Mr. DW 1979. I see what you're talking about, but no, I'm not giving him 1 red cent. No. He's not getting 1 red cent out of that. No. So anyways, I don't know. Def might be joining me for to talk about her part or not. I don't know if she's available. I sent her the StreamYard link. So she'll come on if and when she is available to do so. Thank God for having for giving me the foresight to not ever entertain the idea of being friends with a Ron. Oh, don't even thank me. You don't have to thank me. I did it so you don't have to. Damn it, Amber. Watch your son-in-law will be named Ron one day. Oh, no. Bite your tongue, Capone. Bite your tongue. No more Rons. No more Rons. I mean, hell. Here's the thing. I have a friend. Okay, I have a friend in another province. His car mechanic, is a dude named Ron, believe it or not. It's a dude named Ron. But apparently he's a good mechanic, so he's not a lazy thing. Yeah, Death is certainly a good egg. I don't know if she's busy today or not. It was kind of last minute, so I don't know if she's busy or not. But we'll see if she comes on. I'm never letting my daughter date ever. Don't be too sure what happens after she turns 18, Amber. After she turns 18. So there we go. Geez, I regretted being part of his cult. You and me both, Gan. You and me both. Yeah. You and me both. With a job? A Ron with a job? Yeah, shocking, isn't it? Yeah. You're talking about my friend's car mechanic. Yeah, and apparently he's quite a talented mechanic. He knows his way around a car. Yeah, go figure. Not this Ron. Not Begzy Ron. My friend's car mechanic. Yeah. Go shit. Yeah. So anyways, by the time she's 18, she'll be too old for Ron's liking. You've got a point there. God, Ron, God, Begzy, you're creepy. You are so freaking creepy. Yeah. So anyways, we're going to skip over, like I said, when we react to Begzy's video, we're going to skip over his retro reactions of my videos. Not because I have anything to hide. Like I said, the videos that he's reacting to are still on my channel. And I'd rather you give me the view than you give him the view, honestly. Yeah. I have nothing to hide. There was a time that Hussey and I were not friendly. We did not like each other. But then we buried the hatchet on a stream that Belinda was holding. It was Belinda, things happen. Yes. Kitty, if Biggs is billing you with the crappy laptop, I should bill him. Right on, Kitty. There's a point there. Because it can work both ways. Because I gave him, a lot of money over the years. All the super chats, his Patreon, his channel membership, it all adds up. It adds up over time. So call us, even Steven, if you will. Yeah. I used to be a fan of Chantal, so I can't fault others for being fans of people once who revealed themselves to be awful. Exactly. We work with what information we have at the time, right? Exactly. There we go. Hey, Sapphire, it's been a while since we've seen you. Good, welcome. I'm glad to see you back here. There was a time I avoided watching Hussey because it just looked a lot to unpack, and I wasn't ready. And that's understandable. That is definitely understandable, Amber. Exactly. So, I have try again, Beggs. I have nothing to hide. I don't know what your goal was in doing those retro reacts, unless you were using filler and you really don't have that much to talk about with me. But yeah, so we're going to skip over that. And he did another reaction of one of my most recent videos. Oh yeah, the Begzy and Russ being players, claiming that they're alpha males. Yeah, he reacted to that one too. I don't know if we will cover that. We might skim over that too. I'm not sure, like I said. And I do want to talk about Yeah, I do want to talk about Hussey yells too much for me. He makes me anxious, and that's fair enough. Like a phone boxer, that's fair enough. Well, I'm glad you're here, Sapphire. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Amber. I think he's got a good soul too. I didn't know what your name was before, Gan Gan, but yeah, why not? Why not? I didn't know what your name was before, but why not? Hussey is funny, unlike Beggs. Yes, he's funny, exactly. People can grow and change. That's what separates us from people like Beggs who just can't seem to let things go. Exactly. Okay. I don't know if Gan Gan wants to reveal themselves. I'll leave that up to them if they want to or not. Maybe they change their name for privacy reasons. I don't know. But yeah, if they want to reveal themselves, yep, fine. If not, that's okay too. That's good. That's good too. Gan Gan is still welcome. So, anyways, yeah. Oh, it's Reaper Girl. It's Reaper Girl. Good to see you, Gan Gan. Gan Gan. Reaper Girl. Okay, thank you. Thank you. There we go. So, anyways, that name was Gan Can first. Can. Was it really Capone? Ah, you were close. So, anyways, I'm going to start reacting to part of the video first, the early part of his video, and then I'll tell you the laptop story. If Depp comes on panel. If she doesn't come on panel, I will arrange for a separate video because I want Depp on panel with me when we tell the story because it's more comprehensive. Because Depp at that time, when I was very sick, she was kind of relaying from the Discord chat, the Patreon Discord chat to me privately at that time. Yeah. So yeah. So to tell this story, I need Depp here with me to do it. So anyways, we'll wait and see. We'll start by reacting to the first part of his video. Okay. In the meantime, but just long story short, short story long. I never asked Beggs for a laptop. How it was Depp had messaged me. I was informed that the community wanted to chip in to get me a laptop. At that time, I nearly died. I was very sick. I was in bed all the time. Yeah, I was in bed, and it was pretty much all of fall of 2021. I was very sick. I was in bed. I nearly died. I was hospitalized. All of that. I was hospitalized a couple of times even. Yeah. So I thought that was cool. They were raising funds for a laptop. I thought nice of them. You know, you don't have to do it. I told them I always say you don't have to do it. Make sure. But they said, no, it's fine. Little did I know it was Beggs that was going to send his old laptop. And yeah, I still appreciated at that time, until he started hitting me over the head over it, proverbially, that is. He was hitting me over the head with it. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool, Reaper. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. He lied to everybody. Hey, Tone, good to see you. That's all right, Gan. That's all right. Don't worry. Jeff was really worried about you at the time, and Negs offered it. Thank you, David, for bringing that up. Yeah, that's how it was. That's how I got it. That's how I received the message. Yes, Jeff was worried about me at that time. At that time, and I made it clear. I remember Begzy was pressuring me, to promote his Rumble, to promote his Twitch, like he was with other people. It was right after his YouTube channel was yeeted at the same time. But at that time, I was not online. I was not even streaming. I was not even in anybody's chats. Maybe once in a while, I would appear in a chat here or there. And lo and behold, he was starting to watch my online activity. Like he knew when I was appearing in other people's chats. He knew when I was appearing in other people's chats. And then I caught wind of a DM, okay, that was not meant for me. I caught wind of it. That Beggs Beggs said that I was not, quote unquote, using the laptop the way that I should have been using it. In other words, I was not using it the way he wanted me to use it. And he wanted me to give it to Traffic, because at that time, Traffic needed a laptop. It was right before Beggs had his falling out with Traffic. right before. And yeah, it was a message I received secondhand. Hello, Beatrix. Good to see you. I know you were, Gan. I know you were. Yeah, he is a creepy psycho. Can you imagine? He was like keeping an eye of my online activity. He was becoming, and at that time, like I'm no shape to promote anybody. That was my life, and I made it clear to him. I was in a Discord chat. I was bored, and I was in a Discord chat, the Patreon Discord chat, voice chat, and I basically told him, "Look, this is my life. I go to medical appointments. I go home. I sleep. I was sleeping pretty much 12 to 16-hour days at that time initially." And yeah, because he was wondering why I was not promoting him. Yeah, I guess I'm making this a long story anyway. Hello, Sama. Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while. So, Sama, yes, Negs is a creepy psycho, Beatrix. And Beatrix, you're not late. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you for putting up the links, Sama. I will post them on the screen after. I just don't want to lose my train of thought, really. I didn't go live enough to promote him. That's what the main problem was. Don't give if you expect something back. Exactly. And that's when I started to see that his relationships were transactional. I was starting to see that when Silvana tried to quietly leave, she discontinued her because he was going nuts. Beggs was going nuts with the racist comments, comments that were menacing. He was pretty downright gross to a lot of people. And he was becoming increasing, even if I was in good shape, if I was in good health, and I was live all the time, he was becoming increasingly difficult to defend. And I don't want to be beholden, and I've said this thousands of times. If you're going to give a gift to your favorite content creator, whether it's the form of a PayPal or Cash App donor or a super chat or a channel membership, or whether it's gifts from their Amazon wish list or whatever, okay, do it with your heart. Don't do it expecting something in return. If you're going to expect something in return, keep your money. Keep your property, keep your money. You understand? That's what I'm saying. I've always said this. Always. I have always said this. Keep it, keep the, even way back when I was still in Begzy's community. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I've always said this. Sorry, I'm losing. Oh, God, I'm losing. So anyways, like I said, yes, I know, Kitty. I know. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, live chat reminder. Thank you, Sama. Oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad you're catching up on the tea, Sama. Yeah, I'm glad you're catching up. Yes, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's a free way to help your girl out. Yeah. So when a narcissist gives you something, there are always strings attached. That's how they roll. Yes, Beatrix, I had to learn that the hard way. Absolutely. But that's my message. If you're going to, now, unless it's like something, you're fundraising geared towards something, you might expect a receipt if it's possible. But for the most part, if you're going to give from the heart. Just give from the heart. Don't expect anything in return. Don't expect them to be beholden to you. Don't hold a gift over someone's head. Don't hold a gift over someone's head if they start turning into assholes. Or maybe in this case, he was always an asshole and I was blind to it. I was blind to it at all. Hello, Emotional Support Muffin. Good to see you. So, yeah, it was quite the whirlwind. He was increasingly difficult to defend. I did not want to. It came to a point that even if I was going live, I did not want to promote him. I really didn't. He was becoming too difficult to defend. I have principles too, But Death, this is why I wanted Death, because Death was going to tell about the other side. She was more in contact with him. Yeah, she was. And yeah, so maybe Death will come. Yeah, exactly, Tank Girl. We were. Hey, Whimsical, good to see you. Okay. Okay. No, health comes first, Whimsical. Health comes first. Yeah. Fedora, you know when you disappeared from YouTube because you were sick. I was asking around to make sure you were still alive. Well, thank you. Yes, yes, thank you. I am. By definition, it isn't a gift donation, something that doesn't have conditions attached. Yeah, by definition, isn't a gift a donation something that doesn't have conditions attached? Cold brew, it should. It should. And by the way, hello, cold brew. Good afternoon. Yeah, it should. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Tone, you did well. You done good, dude. You done good. You know, because a lot of people who walked away from Begzy's community, a lot of you in my chat right now, they were in Negative Nation along with me, along with Death. They all walked away for the similar reasons. You know, like I couldn't defend him because when Silvana, like especially when Silvana decided to discontinue her Patreon, that's when he started to threaten to release her nudes. Now, do I question the judgment of sending nudes to strangers? Yes, absolutely. And I've mentioned this online before. I would never do it. But it doesn't give him the right to behave like an asshole the way that he did, simply because he discontinued her Patreon. And then I saw Belinda discontinued her Patreon, tried to walk away quietly. But Vex makes it near impossible to walk away quietly. And he became indescribably cruel with Belinda, starting off with mocking her child, her own child who passed away. See, Begzy expects us to be compassionate over Mason, but Belinda lost a child that she carried, that she actually carried. She was his child's mother. And all he can do is be cruel and mock her. Like, seriously? I couldn't defend it anymore. Yeah, no, but there's still no excuse, Kitty, you know, to be an asshole. It's still no excuse. It's still no excuse. Exactly. So anyways, you good idea, Cat. Good idea. The Silvana thing was the last nail. Yeah, exactly. For me, it was Belinda and Silvana. Yeah. I looked around 2020 due to him becoming a little toxic around the MFW drama and his choices in asshole mods in his server. And that is fair and absolutely fair enough, Tom. That is absolutely fair enough. So anyways, you know, the one person who is, you know, Death always DM me regularly. It's okay, you're fine, Nutty. Nutty's Neech. I'll call you Neech. But welcome. And the stream will be available in replay for those who are coming in late. Don't be, I have not started the reaction yet. So here's the thing for me. He was starting to hit me over the head with the laptop, proverbially, of course, metaphorically, proverbially. He was whacking me over the head with it. But when Beggs was saying things like I was not using the laptop the way I should have been, and the fact that he knew when I was in other people's chats and I was coming back quickly, and that the laptop was it was slower than my old Mac that I use currently. It was a lot slower. Yes, age of the laptop probably had a lot to do with it, and it needed some repair or some upgrading. But I started to believe that he put a keylogger program in there to keep track of what I was doing or not. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry, the bell was ringing. Yeah, the bell was ringing. Hey, Aqua Tapana, good to see you. Thought the Silvana thing was fabricated by Gigi, the threatening to release her pics. No, it actually did happen. Aqua. Yeah. Nutty is good? Okay, cool. Straight out of Connorsville. He is the victim of the century. Welcome, straight out of Connorsville. Welcome to Straight Talking Fedorchik. Great to have you along. Drum set, for me, it was when he pulled the shit with Nova She had him pegged from the start, pun intended. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. And Nova was right too. You're both right. Absolutely. Tinkerbell. Oh, Tinkerbell. Here we go. When I give something, I make sure I can afford it and always give from the heart and expect nothing. I walked away because he was promoting the Satanic Bible and I am a Christian, and that is all. Yeah, you see, he was nuts. But he talks about God and religion when it suits him, right? I heard about the laptop, thought it was strange, he kept mentioning. Oh yeah, he still brings it up to this day. He still won't let it go. Anyways, like I said, I had suspected that Begzy. Hang on. Okay, who's here? Yeah. Great. God, people keep buzzing at the door. Oh, everybody's busy. Yeah. I talked about getting you one when you were in the hospital. Well, that's sweet of you, and you didn't have to do that, But I believe in the thought. Wait, are we talking about a used laptop? Yes, we are. We are talking about a used laptop, and quite an old one. He mocked Christianity by pacing his head to Jesus. Oh, really? Really? That's interesting, considering he had a lot of Christians in his community. He had a lot of practicing Christians in his community. And there's a few of them still in his chats to this day. A few who claim to be Bible-following Christians who are still in his chats to this day. I don't get it. Did you actually find dodgy software on the machine? I personally did not, but it doesn't mean it wasn't there. It means I'm not tech savvy and I wouldn't have known how to look. I'm getting to that. Hang on. Okay. Oh gosh, they keep buzzing the door. Yeah, I'm getting to that, Aqua Tofana. Hey, no, thank you. Good to see you. Oh, you got an ad just now? I thought I turned it off. Hey, Kelly Jean, good to see you. Hey, Renee. I left once in 2020, but decided to give him another chance. I left for good in 2022. Right on, Renee. Right on. Hey, Steph, good to see you. Making a fuss over a used laptop. Yeah, it is more insane, Cold Brew. It is. Hey, Steph, good to see you. Yeah. So, Tone, at that time I left, I still like Negs, but after hearing about him and what happened around December 21st through January 2022, I immediately knew he went way low. Jesus, I felt sick. I hear you. And that fool knows I'm a Christian. Oh, he knows there's a lot of Christians, eh? Gan, he knew there were a lot of Christians. That's why I don't get it. God damn it. I don't know, I mean, I don't, I don't practice any form of religion. Doesn't mean I don't respect the people in my chat who do, But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, because Aqua Tafana asked the question. Yeah. So, and somebody asked if I found the dodgy software. No, I personally did not. I was starting to think the thing was bringing me bad luck. It was cursed and it was bringing me bad luck. I know, weird thinking, but yeah. Anyways, I wanted something positive to come from it, and I wanted it out of my home once and for all. I wanted that laptop. I did entertain the idea of DMing Pegs and saying, look, I'll give it back to you, but you're paying for the shipping. You are paying for the shipping because the shipping was quite pricey. Death was the one who paid for the shipping. Okay, it was $60 US. $60 US or something like that. And Death paid for the shipping. So anyways, what I did. So anyways, I needed, Belinda, Belinda, bless her heart, and I love Belinda. I love my feller. Bless her heart. She had suggested that I send the laptop to her, And then she was going to do a video of unboxing and opening it and then taking a hammer to it, like taking a hammer to the laptop. Now, and she offered to pay for the shipping. I wouldn't have had to pay for the shipping. Belinda offered to send me the money to pay for the shipping costs. And as funny as and as entertaining as that might have been, and very tempting it was, I decided I wanted something positive to come out of this whole mayhem, out of all this mess. I wanted something positive to come out of it. I decided I was going to give it. There were plenty of refugee families who were looking for things like laptops. They want to send the kids to school and this, that, and the other thing. And people needing it to look for jobs or looking to learn, to take French lessons, English lessons. I had a friend, Mary, who passed away shortly afterwards. It's been a year. Mary's not her real name. I'm using the name Mary to protect her privacy. Because her family, she still has family alive. And I want to protect their privacy. I certainly don't want them doxxed. So anyways, Mary, who spent her retirement doing a lot of volunteer work, a lot of charity work, like she was tirelessly, this is how she devoted her retired life. Okay, that's how she did it. And she was also tech savvy. She had offered to take the laptop off my hands. She knew of a family through one of the organizations she was working with, that there was a refugee family with children in high school who needed it, with children about to start high school who needed it. I said, excellent, it's yours. I did warn her about the potential of having keyloggers program in there. And I did warn her that it was very laggy, very slow and laggy. She said, no problem. She was going to have a technician go through it with a fine-tooth comb before turning it over to the family. I said, okay, excellent. Excellent. She was going to take care of it. And she did. I don't know the family in question it went to. I don't want to know. I do not need to know. And Mary passed away about a month later, suddenly. Sadly, we miss her around here too still. So that's the same. That's the same, exactly. I think they can too, Gan. I think they can too. He acts like Christians are fools and laughs about it. I know, but then he plays Christian, like he says things like, you got to get right with God, right? He always says that. You got to get right with God. Apparently so, Capricorn. Apparently so. What was it? A year and a half ago? Almost 2 years ago, I think, I want to say. Yeah. Death has a better timeline. That's why I would have preferred that she come on with me, but it's okay. I'm going to have her another time come on with me and talk about her end and how things roll on her end. I'm going to have her back another time, yeah. People who hate him wanted that laptop to deep dive any dirty little secrets about the dirty little secrets, but Fedora had. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Beatrix repeatedly said that God doesn't exist. He said it again. Yeah. And then he says, got to get right by God. He only does it. He plays it. He plays it. He plays it well. I would have sent it to Quantico to be thoroughly searched. Thank you, Tinkerbell. Thank you. Aqua Tofana. Negs continues to mention that Negative Nation saved you from getting evicted by giving you money. Is that true? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm glad you asked that question. The short answer of it is partially. Okay, and I'll explain. Yeah, okay, what happened was a couple of years ago, my landlord had been threatening me and harassing me. This is a tactic that many landlords in this province have been doing to people who have been in their apartments for a long time, and thus, under our rent control laws in this province, they can't hike the rent. But with the vacancy rates at all-time lows, average rents have been skyrocketing the past few years in Montreal. I can't afford to live in Montreal if it wasn't for the current place I'm in. So yeah, my landlord was harassing me, and then one day he sent me a letter threatening that he wanted me to leave. And yeah, I needed legal help. And at that time, I was wondering, okay, how am I going to do this? Maybe I would ask ask to borrow the money from family, whatever. Peanut and then AK, yes, AK, who was then a friend, yeah, who I referred to as Columbine, Miss Columbine. They started a GoFundMe for me. Okay, that's what happened. They started a GoFundMe. At that time, we were good with Begz and everybody. We were good with Begz. We were good with Begz in Negative Nation. So it was AK and Peanut that started the GoFundMe. As to people who donated to it, yes, there were a lot of Negative Nation members, but a lot of those Negative Nation members who donated are like me. They walked out, they walked away, and thus no longer part of Negative Nation. There is precious few. I'm not going to divulge the information of the donors. It's not my style. I wouldn't do that with my PayPal. I'm not going to do it with my with the GoFundMe. It has long since been taken down. So yes, there are some, a few who are still with Negative Nation who did donate to it. But a lot of the old Negative Nation that did donate are like me. They walked away. They are no longer part of Negative Nation. And people from other communities donated as well. Peanut was pretty instrumental in promoting it back then. Peanut, aka Angry Pistachio, was so I hope that answers your question, Aquatofana. I hope that answers your question. Gerd, I know he always tells us, I think he brings it up to trigger people. Yeah, exactly. I think so. Mary didn't tell me one way or the other. Like I said, she passed away shortly afterwards, so I didn't get a chance to have a conversation with her. I did not have a chance to have a conversation with Mary. Begz was lucky. I wasn't asked for you to bring it here because my hubby and I would have put a few. I see. Do I spy fellow Bailey fan? I don't know. Don't give it back without wiping it out. Death is here. Okay. Hello, Death. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear me. I don't know how much you heard me telling my part of the story from my end.
I just caught the last 5 minutes. About the GoFundMe and things like that that was set up originally, but that was nothing to do with the laptop anyway. That GoFundMe, that particular one, right?
Right. There's somebody in the chat who asked the question. That's why I answered it about the GoFundMe. They asked about the GoFundMe and I answered it. So I'm glad you're here, Death, because you coordinated, thinking that it was originally the community that was going to get together. You were going to raise funds to get a laptop. It was not supposed to have been Begz who gave his old machine.
Right. So legitimately, this is the case. I would never have mentioned it to any of them, Negs included, right? It wasn't a case of that I was going to him with this problem that I needed him to fix or his community to fix. The only reason it was discussed with him, as in maybe I might get together and do a GoFundMe, something to try and get you a laptop, was simply because he kept harping on at me about why you wasn't turning up to his streams. Remember?
Yes, I do. And I wasn't turning up to anybody's streams for a while. It was nothing.
And I was checking in on you daily.
Yes,
you know, sometimes if you wouldn't get back to me, I would worry a little bit or fuss a little
correct.
bit, as you know.
I can confirm.
That's about it, you know. But I knew you was napping a lot of the time. I was trying to explain that. I was saying you was pretty much bedridden at the moment. You're napping a lot of the time. You're not even sitting up at the computer at your, you know.
No,
I said that was the whole reason for me to want to get you a laptop. Wasn't just so you could turn up to Negs's streams, by the way. It really wasn't. It was more of a case that I didn't want you feeling, because at that time you didn't have your flatmate, right? So at that time,
no, I was living alone. You was
living alone, and I was concerned about you. This is why I was checking in with you so frequently as well, because of that reason. And I didn't want you feeling so lonely, like you couldn't even watch anything fun. You didn't have a laptop. You're in bed all the bloody time. I mean, I know that you were sleeping a lot, but when you wasn't, I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if you can just watch a bloody movie or watch a bit of YouTube? It wasn't even about Nix and his bloody stupid Twitch channel. In all honesty, I didn't give two fucks about that. And he wouldn't have known about anything about me wanting to get you a laptop if he hadn't been harping on about why isn't Fedora turning up to my streams? I haven't seen Fedora in ages. And me telling him how bloody ill you was, not just once, but numerous times, because he never took it on board fully until I had to extensively explain it one time how truly fucking sick you was.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly. He never grasped it. Even I did. On the rare occasion I did show up to a Discord voice chat for the patrons, because I was still a patron at that time, that I was sick. That was before I decided to walk away. And but I told him, it's like he was kind of pressuring me, like, are you coming online? Have you been online? And like, look, this is my life. I go to medical appointments. I go home. I sleep. That's my life these days.
I think this wasn't initially when you'd come out of hospital, when you was in that phase of deeply recuperating and napping a lot. But a little bit further down the line, I think he'd seen you in a chat or two, right? I don't know if it was
exactly
Peanuts or Belinda's, one of those. Yeah. And then he questioned it even more, that why you wasn't turning up to his Twitch streams. Well, maybe you had a fucking good day. Maybe you was awake at that moment in time and someone was streaming and you turned up. Who knows the rhyme or reasons? Nobody can make themselves available 24 hours a day in case somebody goes live on fucking YouTube. I mean, for God's sakes, we all miss the occasional stream. We've all got real lives. You can't just schedule in everybody's fucking stream. And there's a lot of people that stream. If you went to every single one, you'd never have time for anything.
Oh, yes. Kelly Jean has a question, so he gripped it. No, there was no money raised, as far as I know. Was there money raised to date when Beggs decided to give the laptop?
No. So this is the thing. Is the thing. I simply mentioned, well, this is the case. And it was situational too. As I was explaining the severity of how ill you was, I was explaining, well, she can't really get up to her computer, basically, and even if she could, she's not really feeling it at the moment. She's deeply, recuperating. She's napping a lot, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But I would kind of like to maybe do a GoFundMe for her and get her a laptop at some point. So that's how it was brought up. Not as in, I'm going to do a GoFundMe and grift your community. I'm going to ask any of the negative nation. No, because I was your mod. I was your mod long before I was Nex's mod. I was your mod long before I was many of these people's fucking mod.
That is correct. That is correct.
You modded me a long time ago when I was modding for Foodie Beauty. Do you remember when I was modding for Foodie Beauty? Okay. But me and you had become close anyway. Yeah. Because we went over to Foodie Beauties together. That's how I was modded, because we went the first time that Negs interacted with Chantel with that the tomato soup, bloody go watch the Holocaust, go react to the Holocaust instead. That time with DC.
Yeah, I remember.
And she came over to Nex's channel, and a few of us from the Negative Nation, me and Fedora included, Punky, Lamera Magrosa, and a couple of others, all went over there to show good face because she'd come over to Nex's. It was like good relations kind of thing, like we go show. So that's all that was. And me and you became closer, and we used to talk about Foodie Beauty and the whole thing. And obviously, the veil was lifted for me as I became a mod. I got more of an insight behind the scenes, and then me and you would discuss all of that stuff, and it became like, kind of fun that me and you would just banter about all of the troll of it all, wouldn't we? And until I became like, when she started that really toxic behavior, this is just on the cusp of her dating that Nada and the whole drug spiral. And then I backed off, and I said to you, I think this is going down a bad path. I don't want to be associated with her.
And that was understandable. Absolutely.
And I said, what do you think I should do? Because I don't want to be like some of the other mods, like make a big fuss in the chat, like I'm throwing my wrench back in your face kind of thing. And you said, well, just don't turn up anymore. Yeah, and I said, okay, that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Walk away quietly. See, unlike Beggs, who keeps track of anything, in all honesty, Chantal has so many channels and channel memberships that if somebody walks away, I doubt she notices, honestly.
But you know my character, as in from way back then, that I never wanted to be associated with toxic behaviours, even as a mod.
Nope.
That's the reason why I backed away from that situation, which I only got involved with because, again, negs. You see how that plays out? Right. So, and the same prevailed when I was at the helm of it all, if you want to call it that, with negs and Hussy and Tragic and trying to wrangle them all. That was my one rule then, and me and you discussed that. My one rule was to them, turn over a new leaf, rebrand yourselves, and all keep your noses fucking clean. And we all start doing positive stuff. That was my only thing that I ever wanted to do with them.
Oh yes, no, I remember that. I remember all of that. All
so
I
for it to be twisted that Death's the pathological liar, Death's the drunk, Death's this, Death's that. Now Fedora knows that I don't touch a drop of alcohol.
I know.
I'm not, yeah.
And
because
even
my father,
that's your own business,
father
your mother
passed away when I was in my 20s. My father passed away in my 20s, through alcohol-related stuff. So I don't drink. I don't participate with alcohol. So they say this shit because it's a way of discrediting a person, right? It's a way of going around and say, don't listen to this person. One, they're a pathological liar. Two, they're a drunk. So everything they say is nonsense. Incorrect. If I was such a drunk, how comes then I was able to fucking run everything for those people for so long?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I wanted to basically, I was trying to find a way to walk away quietly at the same time, get back to my, to the chats of my favorite people, maybe eventually start screaming again. But I learned quickly that walking away from Begzy quietly is just not, it's just not doable.
You can't do it, even when you try and do it. Look, when I imploded what I did, because I leaked everything out the Discord, because when he said what he said about Savannah, it crossed the line for me, and I was like, you can't be doing that on, me and her wasn't even close at that time, but it just went against the grain of all my integrity, and I was like, my integrity rules over my loyalty for anyone. So if it crosses my integrity, that's where it's like, no, I can't do this. Sorry. So I can't let this slide. From that moment forward, it was like, how am I going to unravel myself from the situation? And I knew that I had to create a situation in the Discord and go kaboom, right? So I caused a big argument on purpose, and then I thought, oh, there you go, and then I'll be left alone. But that wasn't the case, because then he streamed 2 days later, frothing at the mouth about me saying everything, because he has to do everything online. He can't just unravel himself from a person, No. He can't accept that, if someone even apologizes and says, oh, I'm really sorry, and then walks away even. No, that's not good enough. Nothing's good enough. There's no way that you can unravel yourself from him.
No, you can't. It's like
he will attack. He will just attack you.
Look what happened to Belinda. Look what happened to Belinda and Silvana when they tried. So. Well,
Savannah, she dares say one piece of criticism towards him, and that was the response about the nude pictures. And Belinda, well, I've got the DMs on that where he fucking was like, Belinda's left the Patreon. And I was like, because he told me this 2 weeks prior to him mentioning it. He told me about Belinda's left the Patreon, and I said, well, I don't know, I think it was around Christmas time or something, and I was like, I know that she's working a lot of shifts at the moment, blah blah blah. Have you reached out to her? And he was like, oh no, I haven't, like this. And I said, well, so maybe do that then, like a normal fucking person would, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But no, of course not, just bitch about people, and then fucking go scorched earth. That's his approach to every situation. And it was Tragic that mentioned it to Negs, because I said to Tragic, don't bring it up, because if you bring it up, it'll burrow its way into his mind. It'll fester, and I knew it would. And well, what did Tragic do? Tragic mentioned it to him, and then Negs came to me in DMs, and he was like, Tragic just said to me that Belinda left the Patreon, and I said, you told me yourself 2 weeks ago. So you already knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So he told me, I told Tragic not to mention it. Tragic mentioned it 2 weeks later. Negs DMs me, then starts spurging out about it 2 weeks later after he was the one that told me about it. And I was like, who else would know, Negs? It's your Patreon. You would only know when somebody leaves your membership.
Yeah,
Nobody else would know that info.
Exactly.
So how could I or Tragic tell you? You was the one that originally told me.
Yeah, exactly. Like traffic. I mean, I got wait. I think it was you that showed me a screenshot of that chat of that interaction where Beg suggested that you convinced me to give the laptop to traffic. Yeah.
No.
You know, and
I've
now
got the DMs
apparently,
on that. I've got the DMs on that where he flips out on you, Peanut, Gigi, Belinda, this one, that one, even that Amy, and then he was like,
Amy,
"Oh,
yeah.
you know." Then he literally put another sentence. He was like, "Tell Fedora to give that laptop to Tragic," and then he was like, "Actually, no, don't worry about it." So this is how erratic he was. He was literally
Yes, he was. He was erratic.
and this was message after message. Like my Discord wasn't stopping. Bing, 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 because he was doing sentence after sentence after sentence.
Absolutely, it was like it was just getting too. It was too much, and it's like I wanted to walk away quietly. I couldn't. Nobody can. Just ask Belinda and Silvana. Like I said, they'll tell you it's not doable.
Everyone that's crossed paths with this man or tried to fucking part ways from this man has been attacked by him and his entire fucking community.
Like I couldn't
anyone that's been around can attest to that. In fact, we know that because everybody's come out the woodwork of late, and this is what he can't stand, is that everybody, all of a sudden, it's created this tidal wave that everybody has come to the surface all at once, right? And it's all out there for everyone to see, all out on the table, and he can't stand that he can backpedal the situation. He can't cover this one up like he always has been able to. He moves platforms, creates that he's a victim, pretends that the whole internet's been attacking him for years because of his child and whatnot. And then he convinces that new community that that's the case, right?
Exactly.
But the thing is, there's too much information out there now, Negs, on all the platforms, especially on YouTube. It only takes a little search of your name and a ton of fucking videos come up now by people over this side of the fence, in Petty Fam, in all kinds of necks of the wood. The people that wouldn't normally cover you have covered you in the last few months even, because you're a fucking locale, and so is your fucking girlfriend, and you don't realize it. The fact is that locales don't realize that they're locales.
No, they exactly, and he is a professional locale. Like I said, I also didn't like what he was doing. Like he was like taking out his mood on Peanut. He was taking out his mood out on Gigi because they were not promoting.
The fact is that both of them live their lives like open fucking wounds, discuss every fucking detail to the nitty gritty, and then they want to bitch and complain that like we're discussing the material they put out there. Well, then zip your fucking mouths, but you can't, can you? Either of you. Even when it comes to this court stuff, you're still rabbiting on about it all.
You're still talking. You're not referring to Gigi and Peanut now, are you?
No, I'm talking about DC and Negs.
Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, just to be clear. Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Shut the fuck up about it. We're the ones that are in, like, he's got legal action threatened against him. She's already in the midst of stuff, but yet they still can't stop, can they?
Oh yeah, exactly. He's he's the eternal victim. And yesterday he did a stream talking about me. He started off by doing. He was talking about me. He did a few retro reacts of my old.
What was he saying about you?
I haven't watched
You're
it yet.
up, sorry.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Do you hear me, chat? Put a 1 if you can hear me.
I just think it was a little glitch. You're all right now.
All right, thanks. I don't know. The internet's been a little bit spotty this morning, maybe continuing this afternoon. I don't know. But yeah. So anyways, what I meant was, I have not had a chance to watch it. I just scanned over it a bit. He starts off by I don't know why, but he's doing retro reactions of my videos I did about Hussey. And that was at a time when Hussey, like I said at the top of the stream, those videos were done at a time when Hussy and I were not friendly. We did not like each other back then.
Yeah, like Hussy's not aware of it. They were both around for it. You're fucking morons. What are you trying to expose? You're trying to expose history that's already played out. That with two people that lived that history. Both of them were fucking compass mentis, unlike you lot, and they're both aware of what the situation was, why they wasn't good with each other. In fact, that was the reason why I wasn't good with Hussy originally and wasn't willing to help him, was because Fedora was my friend and he'd gone below the belt with her. And until he apologized, I wasn't going to help him with his Twitch channel. You remember?
I remember it, and so, but like I said,
we know how all this played out. We know how it all the dots join. It's
just to say, I don't know why. Like I am planning to react to the video, but I also mentioned that I'm planning to skip over his little retro react. If those who want to watch my old Hussy videos, I'd rather they give me the view. They're on my channel. They can be viewed. But after a while, Hussy and I buried the hatchet. It happens. You know what I mean? So all this to say, I don't know why he chose to do the retro reactions, but okay, whatever.
And I don't know what the big fucking gotcha is in a shit talking community where a lot of shit gets talked.
Yeah, at the end of the day, right?
But don't you think there's going to be fluctuations in relationships? You know what I'm saying? We're all human beings, right? We're all grown adults. We're all got to coexist with each other. Some people you gel with immediately. Other people it takes longer to bond with. Other people you might have friction with. Other people you might come full circle with and actually start getting along with them. And like Hilda's situation, like you and Hussy did. Because we're adults and this is how we conduct ourselves. We don't get like deeply resentful, bitter, and not be able to fucking progress and move on.
But then Bridget told me yesterday in chat, last night when I was streaming, and Bridget told me in chat that she had heard that from Begzy's latest stream, which is the stream I was going to react to, that she said that Begzy wanted to bill me $350 US, that is, US dollars, for the laptop. I haven't seen it or heard it in the stream yet. We were going to react to it. She gave me a timestamp and everything. Bridget, thank you.
You couldn't sell that laptop for $350.
No, that was not possible. And trust me,
you couldn't have taken that to a pawn shop. You could not have taken that laptop to a pawn shop and even got $100 for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be lucky. You'd be lucky if you got $50 to $80 for it.
Exactly.
And by the way, I paid the $60 on shipping. So where's my reimbursement for the $60 then, Negs?
That's an excellent point. Yeah. Because if we're, and
in fact, I want reimbursement for all the fucking money and all the fucking work that I did for you. How about that? I'll invoice you. How about that? I'll invoice you for all my fucking months of wasted work on your loser ass. How about that?
You know what, Beggs? Go to hell. You're not getting another penny from me. I gave, over the years, it adds up. I gave you channel memberships, Patreon, super chats. Over time, that adds up. I'll say we're even, Steven. Usually, with people I fall out with that I used to give super chats with, I will not hit them over the head with it. But Beggs, you're playing this game. You chose the game. I'm playing. And I'm playing it. For once and for all, you are not getting a penny from me at all.
Yeah,
don't even think about it.
All those Twitch fucking money that I fucking gave to you. Consider that I paid for the laptop in full, not only the shipping, but also I paid for it in that way because I was always top of the fucking leaderboard because I was trying to promote everybody else to fucking encourage the rest of the chat to get on with that Twitch change shit, which is what I did for Hussy when I got him going as well. For those first few months, I was trying to encourage everyone to donate by doing it myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did more than he fucking deserved, that's for sure. And the fact that he's got the audacity to ask for anything back, he can fuck right off.
He's not getting it back. He's not getting a cent from me. And just for the record, not getting a cent from me. But I thought, you know what? I thought for once and for all, I'm going to set the record straight because there are many who are new to my channel, who don't know. And, I thought I at least owed my new viewers, my new channel members that, that story and to answer questions if there were any. Yes, I am planning to react to the video. However, I've been on for over an hour. I may start a second stream tonight to react to that video, or maybe I'll react to it. I don't know.
I don't know. Put it on now. We can start it and see how far
we are going to skip over the retro reacts because it is a 3-hour stream. We're not doing all 3 hours. I'm not sitting through all 3 hours.
Let's try and we'll skip the intro and try and get to the meat of it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and we're going to skip over his retro react. All right, let's do it now. Okay. So it's called. You're going to love the title, boys and girls. It's called Let's Visit the Nursing Home. It's called Let's Visit the Nursing Home. That's what it's called. So apparently he thinks I'm in a nursing home. Yes. I think so. He changed the channel. Wait a minute. No, the thumbnail was called Straight Babbling Dementia Bully. Straight Babbling Dementia Bully. Okay. So here we go.
There are TOS on Rumble. There is.
I didn't know there were. I thought Rumble you can no holds barred. I thought it was basically no holds barred.
No, they allow. Look, because the advertising works, and because you pay to stream over there as well, and things like that. Like if you want the full services in, you pay the thing, right?
Right.
And the advertising works differently over there. They're not beholden to their advertisers, right? So you can be a little bit more free-willed with your political alignments and saying right-wing things and whatnot and stuff like that because they haven't got to bend over backwards for the advertisers, right? Right. That's all Rumble is. But Rumble still has to adhere to all internet laws and TOS that have to be implied and implemented on every legit platform on the internet. This is why these laws were created to protect people on the internet around the fucking world.
Okay. So anyways,
TOS. You can look up Rumble TOS because this is and the fact is that he's using Alzheimer's. I'd say that's outright harassment and bullying. For sure in TOS.
It's in his thumbnail. It's not in the title. It's in his thumbnail. So anyways, like I said, we'll start the reaction. We are going to skip over the retro react. If anybody wants to watch my old Hussy videos, they are still up. Can be viewed and accessible on my channel if any of you care to watch it. Okay. So it works as usual. Let me know. Just tell me to pause when you want me to pause, okay?
Yeah, I know the routine.
Okay.
Welcome to Meg's Live.
What are you trying to do, ASMR?
It is 6 p.m.
Oh, that's creepy, doing ASMR. You are creepy. You are
Eastern
creepy.
Standard Time here in the beautiful state of Indiana. I want to welcome you to episode number 3,498. I have no idea what episode this is. That would be an episode a day for 10 years. I haven't done that many episodes. But I've gone live multiple times a day, so maybe I have. Anyway, welcome to the broadcast. Today I am rocking my Jesus Loves You, but I don't, so go fuck yourself shirt.
Jesus loves you, but I don't, so fuck you t-shirt. And look, it's got the crucifix there. I wonder.
Wait a minute. Pause.
Oh, yeah.
So he did a video, right, on his Charles Handsome channel, right?
Handsome.
Yeah. And so it's got like a reggae Jesus music playing, right? Which was funny in itself. And I was like, okay, we're going down Mr. got a satanic Bible, and with an atheist is now going down the Jesus route, clearly. Jesus on the shirt. And also that's what was playing on his video earlier today. He's pulling up legal legislation, basically, on being harassed, this, that, and the other, and it's funny as fuck. It was.
Oh,
anyway.
Wow. All right. Let's go, Beggs.
Oh, with the flannel tied around because it was there.
Your audio still sucks, and your audio sucks, and you want to run a music and TV school. Yeah.
Has he got pajama bottoms on?
No, I recognize that shirt. It's a shirt.
No, did you see his trousers as he stepped back? I think he's got pajama bottoms.
That was a shirt. The checkers, the blue and black checkers. Wait a minute,
I
that's
think
a
they were
shirt.
pajama bottoms. I was like, are they pajama bottoms? It took me a minute.
Oh.
This room has made a complete 180. It went from being the hottest motherfucker in the house to the coldest motherfucker in the house. So whatever we did downstairs by sealing leaks really helped this room. Good on us.
Yeah.
So let's see who we got here. It's the real Crochetto. How you are
Of course,
doing?
Dennis.
Well. What's up, Rod?
Real crochet.
Another failure. Another
Oh,
failure at life.
God.
Failed actor.
He
Failed
gives me,
failed everything. Another failure.
he gives me white man vibes. Seriously, just the way he smiles, it makes my skin crawl.
Well, yeah, they're all creepy or weird, aren't they? Or they're just
Yeah.
defunct in general.
Fucking
Yeah.
skin crawl.
Yes. Russ and the Rebellion.
Of course.
Oh, here we go.
What Russ is in there? Where else would he be? With that's his mentor. That's his mentor. Oh God.
Sherry, how you doing, darling? Holly Mick Big Mac. Just Holly. It's just Holly Mick Big Mac. That would be redundant, right? Hello, D. Hello, hello, hello. There's Gothic Glitter.
Of course.
There's Bethamus, the
Debbie,
feared,
Debbie.
the oh so feared Bethamus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's so scary. I remember she
Hold
was
a minute. Just pause a second.
Yeah.
Oh, you might
Yeah.
want to take the comment off screen first of all, because
What's
it's going to
going
be up the whole time. But what I was going to say was, it's like, have you noticed, right? This is what I noticed about Negs. Like, I didn't really notice it at the time, but since then I notice it more and more, because the more nuances you watch of someone's behavior or whatnot, and I start to see all the patterns of behavior align now. Whenever somebody is a big donator, if you notice that they get extra attention, so they'll be called darling, or he'll go, hello, 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 D, oh, Sherry, darling. So it's always the big hitters that get the actual proper, like, you see the difference in his tone and voice, everyone else just gets a general.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've noticed that too, actually. Yeah, absolutely. I've noticed that.
And it's not because he's particularly close with those individuals or the oldest. Like, I would pay attention to the ones that are like being in your community through thick or thin. Give them like the love more so. Like, make a big fuss of those ones because they've been with you fucking blindly loyal to you. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus, and they deserve it regardless, and they've probably given you fucking more over the years than any of them, just because the ones that are the big hitters right now are flavor of the month.
Oh wow, yeah, you said it. Okay,
yeah, Tiffany, what's going on? Got all the usual suspects. Boy, never in my life have I seen women in their 40s and 50s try so hard to bully a man that's 46 years old.
Maybe because you started. I learned a long time ago, when it comes to warfare, learn the game and then play it better. That's what I did.
What's age got to do with it? So you just stated people that are within your same age group are calling you out on your fucking shit. That's all you stated right there, regardless of our gender, whether we're female or male or whatever, is by the by, because you inserted yourself into a predominantly female fucking community. So of course it's going to be mostly fucking women that are coming for you. So make that make sense, you div.
Yeah, thank you. You go to hell, Beggs.
It's really wild because
look at him smiling. He enjoys it. I think he enjoys it. Look at, he's smiling.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. He's smiling.
It reminds me of how it would have been if I would have been like, if we had social media in the 90s. Actually, it probably would have not been like this. But I'm telling you, there have been a lot of us in jail because we were on some fuck shit.
Well, you should be in jail, to be honest. You should be locked up.
You've always been on some fuck shit. That's the problem. You can only take a fucking rest for like all of 5 minutes before you're back on that fuck shit.
You can see the chat, Def. Can you see the chat?
I can, yeah.
Okay. So if there's something important that I need to know, can you let me know? Because I can't see the chat from this window.
Okay. Do you want to stop and go over some comments?
Yeah. You can do that. Okay. And I want to say hi to a few people. Witty Widow, good to see you. Carrie Ann.
Yo, Carrie Ann. Hey, everyone.
Widow. Who else came in?
Kelly, everyone.
Quite a few people came in. I didn't say hello to. B. Walsh, Gillisorna.
Oh, B.
Princess Rex.
Everyone's in the chat.
Okay, we're having a great turnout. Hello, Betsy. Lely, good to see you, Lely. Lely is still catching up. She's been gone for a year from this. She's catching up.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to fill her in a little bit, and then I said, go watch that first stream that me and Little Boots did, because I was like, that tells you like where we stepped into that, and it tells the whole story of the negs and why it all got imploded in the first place, you know. Oh, I noticed Renee's comment. Renee says, Def has a good heart. I remember when she practically run Negs' channel because he was so clueless.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the only reason why I ever stepped forward, Renee, is because he was fucking clueless. Because I felt pity for the man. He'd lost his YouTube channel. I should never have felt that fucking pity for him. The fact is, that's my downfall. That's the only thing that I did wrong during this, is that I let my kindness rule my sensibilities, and I gave this man a fucking chance that he didn't deserve. And all of them, really, in that sense, you know, and it bit me in the arse for being kind, I guess, if you want to say. Yeah. But fuck it, right? Because at the end of the day, they're still not going to alter me. I'm still never going to become a vile person like them. So I am who I am. The fact that I've got a kind heart, it just can't be used by people like them anymore. That's all that's changed.
Definitely. Okay, Betsy says, we need to plug the holes downstairs worked. Whatever we did to plug the holes downstairs worked. Okay. What does he ever participate in any of the chores in the house? Some alpha. No, Betsy, he actually admitted openly that his mother still does his laundry. So yeah, his mother probably wipes his ass too, but yeah, no, she does everything for him because he can't, poor little baby, he can't do anything for himself. And as you saw in my intro, he thinks going to work, having a job, is too dangerous for him. He says it's too dangerous. He has aged 15 in 3 years. Yes, he sure has, Renee. He sure has. Oh, he gives me those vibes too. He gives me those vibes. Going on 56, more like going on 15. Like personality-wise. Hey, Jill. Hey, Jill, good to see you, Vanessa.
He's got about the emotional regulation of his fucking shoe size.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Carrie. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. We are all here. Pretty much. Yeah, why not? He shits on me, so, you know, get for chat. I did watch Death and Man. It's a deep dive for sure. Yes,
yeah, I know, right?
Exactly.
I'm not even finished yet. I'm only just getting started as well. This is what these motherfuckers don't realize. I told them long ago, don't fuck with me, I fuck back. So now you've opened a can of worms. Because they wouldn't leave sleeping dogs lie, right? I went away for a long time, as you well know, Fedora, right? Yeah. And I stepped back from all this shit. And I only poked my head up when they started targeting you, Little Boots, Dark Ninja, people that I would call friends or whatnot, or have been friends to me, you know, for quite a long time. I was like, this isn't going to go down with me. And this is why I poke my head back up now. And now I'm going to start slinging some fucking rocks back in their direction, and they're not going to like it.
Oh, no, they're not. Hey, Texas, good to see you.
We're going to stream tomorrow night, me and Little Boots, because she's got a really busy week with this wedding.
Okay.
So we're going to try and squeeze one in earlier tomorrow, a little bit earlier than we normally go live. But it's one that people won't want to miss tomorrow. Trust me. Because we're going through the archives tomorrow with Negs, and I've got a lot of shit that none of you have seen.
Okay. Mindy, I hope you're doing better. I'm glad that the staff is treating you well over there. I'm glad you're being treated well. Yeah. Jeff, you never had a chance with it.
No, I realise that now. I realise all too late that, yeah
exactly.
Some people just can't help, you know.
That Amber chick, never feel bad about giving someone a chance. I've given people chances they didn't You didn't deserve it too. Eventually, they all show their true colors. Very
Thank
true.
you, Amber. Thank you. And I do agree. That's why I bit my tongue. That's why I waited a good length of time. And Fedora knows this. And I had to let everything play out because I couldn't go out fighting every single battle. And I knew eventually all the true colors would be seen. I just knew.
No, I know exactly. Hey, Kimchi, good to see you. Funny girl, good to see you. I don't know, funny girl, but that's what he told me. I asked him point blank why he doesn't have a real job, and he said it was too dangerous. Yeah. So I don't know what he means by too dangerous. I really don't know. We can speculate.
We don't know what he means half the time anyway, just full stop.
We really don't know. Texas, where have you been? I miss you. You're not here to hold my hand through this fucker. Kelly Jean, you're doing good on your own. Not that Texas one. Texas one is not helpful. She is, but you're doing good on your own, Kelly. You're doing good on your own. Oh no, Jill is here. Hurry up. Hide your Diet Coke. That's crazy to me. Nothing gets done around here in my parents' house. Okay. I think it's because he knows he's screwed. He knows how many people he's screwed over, and he's getting his teeth kicked. He's scared of getting.
This is why I say this time is different, right, than any other time. And this is why he's fucking contesting it so hard this time. He's realizing that this one is not going to be swept under the rug. Too many people know in too many different communities what a shit bag you are. It's not going away. You can get DC Media Girl to go out there and spin doctor fucking shit and lie for you all you want, but it's not going away. You just look like a pair of fucking crazies.
Oh, they do. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Depp, go for it. He's an artist. Well, that's what we're doing, Carrie. That's what we're doing. Beatrix, yes, it's a popcorn moment. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's Reaper Girl. Gan is Reaper Girl. You remember Reaper Girl? Yeah. Lynn, I've been calling Megs for. Yes, some of us took longer to figure out than others. He's aging into a sickly, homeless old woman. They're morphing into each other, and I've been saying this. He and Klonka they've been morphing into each other in their appearance, in their demeanor, in their tone.
Yeah, I think we should just stitch together the bald patches and call them a two-headed monster at this point.
Maybe he means he's a liability to. Well, yeah, that could be Amber. It could be Carrie Ann. Can you believe how low DC has fallen the minute she hooked up with him? I said, yeah, it's quite the fall from grace, isn't it, Texas? It's quite the fall from grace. We love our people because they are good people. Right on, Kitty. I was putting one in the chat because I thought we were reacting to death. I'm fangirling.
Oh, V's so sweet. She's a sweetheart.
She's a nice lady. She's a nice lady.
I love it.
I met her through Belinda. Belinda's. Yeah. Probably loses the government handouts. That's why it's dangerous. Lely, I would say that's apt. Yes, I would. David. Okay. So anyways, we better get back to the reaction. I'm going to get back to the reaction. Don't take it personally if I don't get to all of you today. We have quite a turnout in chat, and we have a reaction to get to. But are we on
1.25?
You want me to put them? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, let's.
I'll bump them up. Okay, so we're bumping them up to 1.25. Let me know in chat if it's too fast. Yeah, I'm going to try and get to as many as I can in chat every so often. Thank you. And Jeff, you know the routine. There we go.
I know the drill. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
A lot of middle-aged women out there want my attention, and they think bullying me is the way to go. Man, maybe this is where I fucked up at picking baby mamas. Maybe it was just like, you're bullying me? Bam, pregnant. There you go.
Good God, where the hell do you get these ideas? God.
Maybe that was my only standard, was that I needed to be abused in order to get somebody pregnant. I don't know.
What?
Jesus Christ, he's got such a twisted mentality. You
Okay,
imagine your brain just like ejecting this material on the daily. Could you imagine having that in your head daily, just ejecting this weird material, and he just like unfiltered says it online to everyone?
Oh my dear Lord.
I don't know. I needed
Right?
a rape whistle is what I needed. That's what I needed. But I didn't have one.
God, his audio is crap.
I have to state a few facts for the record. 1, 46.
Goody.
Pretty silly to try to bully grown men. 2, I'm off the market. I'm off the market.
He's trying to convince.
You know, like when he made that claim way back when, even when he and her got together, and he kept going, I'm off the market to everyone, like everyone was on his tail. Motherfucker, you were single for 6 years. You was moaning about how lonely you was and that you wanted a fucking relationship. We all remember how fucking lonely. Don't act like you're prime fucking steak now and everybody's chomping at the bit.
God. I've been in his community for how many years, okay? Yes, there were a lot of women who liked him, but not that way. Not that way. Oh, Beggs, you flatter yourself too much. You flatter yourself too much. Okay.
Ladies, please relax. Please wring your panties out.
I'll try to do my best. I will try to find a way.
That's what happens when you've got a fucking mad woman like DC fueling him, right? Fueling his fucking ego. He's out of whack ego. It's already fucking bent out of shape, and now she's bum licking him to the point where he actually thinks he's like God's gift. He actually thinks he fucking is. Just because she, you know, a near 60-year-old woman thinks you're fucking to die for does not mean that it's all of our take. Trust me. Majority of women give you a hard fucking no.
I sure would. God damn. God damn.
And put them back on. I am taken. Okay. Sorry, that whole, I don't even know what it's called.
God. Wow. The delusion between him and Russ. Russ had claimed he was a player. Quote. Oh.
No, that's just because he flirted with everyone. Like, that means that you're a creep. It means that you, like, every time you saw a girl, you had to flirt with them, be rejected by them. That does not make you a player.
No, it doesn't. And it's not player by definition. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Begzy. Maybe I wonder if he's talking to people like Holly and Neffy Betty and Gothic Glitter. I wonder if he's talking to them.
I don't know. They're all in some sort of weird fucking
they are.
I don't even fucking know. It really is. It's strange to me that they're all a strange lot. All of them. Like,
well, they are. They are.
You know, they thought that I was like really standoffish, right? Cold, everything, right? Everything that you don't know me to be. You know me to be a warm, friendly individual. I check on you regularly. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. But I'm not like that. I wasn't like that with any of them in the Discord. I was cut and dry because I didn't want to participate. I know that they were all a bit fucking wacky. I could stop straight off the bat. And I even used to tell Making Bacon Pancakes, stop being over friendly. Don't tell them too much. Keep them at arm's length, I kept telling her.
Yeah, I think that's an important lesson. It is an important
lesson. I knew that they're all wackadoodle. I fucking knew. So why?
And a lot of us had to learn the hard way. Okay, Beggs, come on, talk to me.
Over with.
Talk to me, Beggs.
Am I on number 4 yet? Some of you have families. Try doing stuff with them. You'd probably find out that you have some really cool kids in your.
How about you take your own advice? How about that? Okay. How about there's a novel idea. God. Okay.
House that you're supposed to be raising.
Can we notice that the camera positioning has changed? The camera positioning is altered. They've raised that camera up like 3 foot fucking up so he can't see as much shit in the room anymore. Look.
Yeah, that's true, huh? We can't see the mess of it. We can't see the mess of it.
So we can't keep pointing out the things in the background. Like, look at the fucking
strap on. We can't see DC's doll collection. We can't see DC's doll collection. Hell, we won't even see Bug if he walks it. Although something does happen with Bug. I think Bug avoids. I think Bug avoids Beggs like the plague. For those who don't know, Bugs is Klonka's one boxer dog she took with her.
All I'm going to say is this. Nothing more tells me that you're a weak, transparent fucking man. You're not the most dangerous man on the internet. Because only a few comments about your storage boxes in your room and some knickknacks. And look, you've had to raise your camera up. Tell me you're not bothered, Negs, about telling me you're bothered, right?
I go for a walk every day. Like today, I went for a walk just to see where the pedophiles lived. Just like walking around, because they're on the.
Why are you looking to start a club? You looking to start a club, Beggs? Is that why you're walking around seeing where all the pedos live? You're looking to start a club? Good to know.
Registry, you can search it. You just can't use it to harass them. I didn't harass anybody.
No, you're looking for people to play with. You're sick. You are sick. Because even your own imaginary friends won't play with you. God dang.
I didn't harass a soul.
Yeah, bullshit.
Looked at the address, looked at the picture, and went, all right, and moved to the next block. Did you?
You're looking for friends. We get it.
You know, there are two that live next door to each other. They're neighbors. It's amazing.
Wow.
I've never seen anything like this.
Why? Do you want to move in with them?
A chomo and a sexually violent predator living next door to each other. What the fuck?
And they want to. This is the neighborhood you want to revitalize, or rather gentrify. Yeah, or Klonka wants to gentrify. Okay, thanks.
As I was walking through my neighborhood, there were people have their pools out. A lot of people have guns and dogs, but that's anyway. I almost wanted to stop and just tell everybody, just to show them. Do you know about this? Do you know about this? Like right over there.
I don't know. Do they know about you? Something tells me they know enough about you to stay away from you.
Are two guys who rape and child molestation, and they're living 100 yards from your backyard. I just want to let you know. I mean, some people may not even know.
Okay, we're gonna move ahead a bit.
House for any amount of time.
They are definitely rubbing off on each other. You're correct, because he's just becoming more and more fucking tedious. I mean, she was already tedious, right? Yeah. She's always been dry as fuck, and I don't mean just like her downstairs. I mean her in general. She's like fucking hell. You know, it's like we could put her on double speed, and I'd still fall asleep with DC. I never watched her because of that reason. Not only. Also because she's a sanctimonious old cunt, but he also is taking that same sort of fucking drony, like there's nothing. Who wants to watch this? Imagine coming into a stream, imagine being a new chatter and coming to one of Nex's streams as a new chatter and listening to this man just drone on and bitch. And I mean, what stands out to you about his content? What's fun about it? Do you want to hang out there, have a good time? No, not really, do you? That's
why his audience is not growing, and it hasn't been growing. And even if he was on YouTube, I doubt it would grow. And even if he was on YouTube instead of Crumble, I doubt he would grow. I doubt it. Because it's the same people who are still fooled by him, and eventually they'll learn the hard way, because that's inevitable. That will happen. Yeah, so he hasn't grown.
They need to address my back. My knees have been bad today. I've had to break out the Voltaren.
Aw, poor Begzy's knees have been hurting. Aw, let's have a moment to feel sorry for him. Moment's over.
That shit on. It's like you squeeze it out of a tube and a retarded.
Yes, we know how Voltaren works, dude. Thanks for explaining it to us.
His shack comes out. I tell you, I died. Oh, fuck! Don't step on me. And he's still big, but he's just retarded.
Why don't you go eat the Voltaren with your peanut butter?
Yeah. Yes, he is soft and moldy cottage cheese.
Gross. He's drinking Red Bull again. That can't go well with the Klonopin and whatever the hell else other pharmaceuticals he's taking. That can't be good for him.
Yeah, I know she reviewed us. I am a little curious about her review of us. I may look into it a little bit, but first I gotta
oh, there we go.
I got to touch.
Is this part of you retiring and ignoring the hate? Is it?
Hussy
oh yeah, this is my
channel. Beauty.
Part of it anyway. He's.
Hold on a minute. Pause a minute. So, how is this? his retirement and remember like, oh, he's going to like concentrate on covering other people. There's loads of other people to review out there, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And ignore the hate and move forward, right? Now he's interested because someone dares speak on him. You see, he can't have 1 ounce of criticism. And this is what occurred when Savannah left the community.
Yep.
And she said one fucking thing over at a small, tiny YouTube channel, E.T. Templar's channel. And one of the fucking Tupperware hacks reported back to me because they wouldn't dare fucking bother Negs with it because he'd blow his top. They reported back to me like, oh, Savannah's out there talking shit about Negs. And I was like, where? Sort of thing. And they told me at this small channel, and I was like, whatever, sort of thing. And I mentioned it to Negs, and his reaction to it was so out of gauge, so fucking unusual. I thought, you're such a strange little man. That's not the reaction that somebody fucking has to somebody dare having a fucking one little bit of criticism to you on a nothing YouTube channel that nobody cares about shit that nobody cares about apart from you. And you're like, I'm going to go full out attack and share hundreds of nudes of this person because of it. It's unhinged. And that's the minute I knew that I had to separate myself from you and your septic community, because I realized that I couldn't clean up your community because the problem wasn't your community. The problem was you. I can't clean up a fucking toxic community when the fucking creator is toxic.
Exactly. Yeah, Carrie Ann has a message for you. Ask Witty Widow about when she went out for one night stands with no protection. I don't know what she means by that, but yeah, I don't know what she means by that, but yeah. There we go. He hates and he hates and he hates. You said so, Carrie Ann. Absolutely. I'm still sad you hurt my feelings. Oh dear. Texas, don't hurt anyone's feelings now. Hey, T girl, good to see you. Yes, yes. Good to see you, T girl. All right, let's continue. I already skipped over the reactions, the retro reactions, because I don't see any point to reacting to the retro reacts. Like I said, if you want to see my old Hussy videos, they're still on my channel. I've got nothing to hide.
No, and Hussy was there for it. Let's remember this. Hussy was going hard at Fedora. This is why they were hitting at loggerheads. They've healed that situation. They are both aware of it. And many people that were in the community at that time was around for it. So I don't know what you think you're exposing here, what you think you're exposing. Because it means dick all. We're in a shit-talking community. And it fluctuates. And it's not about jumping ship or turning sides or anything. No, it's just that we're adults and we can all progress and move forward. Because even I and Hussy have been able to become civil with each other. Even though me and he had a great falling out and a lot of people wouldn't even thought that we'd ever talk again. Me and he are now saying hello to each other in chats and things, which is the bare minimum. And it's nice to be able to be civil with a person, is it not?
Exactly.
It's the adult way. This is how you conduct yourself through life, Negs. This is how you progress. But you wouldn't fucking know anything about that, would you?
No, he would. And that's why I'm skipping over the retro reacts. So anyways, let's go, Beggs. And I think we're almost at the part, if Bridget is correct, we're almost at the part where he says he's going to send me a bill for the laptop. Hopefully. So let's listen to this carefully. Okay, we should be right around it.
It escapes her quite often. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room, and that elephant is the hypocrisy from this person.
It's DC.
Absolute hypocrisy.
Yeah, the hypocrisy of me? My hypocrisy? Go. Do tell me about my own hypocrisy, dude. Do tell me.
No, it's called fucking opening our eyes up to the situation. When we wasn't aware of certain factors until now.
Exactly.
It means that we've been enlightened and that we're wise to you now. That's what that means. There is no hypocrisy on this side of the fence.
But do tell me, Negs. Do tell me. Do tell.
So in 2 years, you've decided that all that shit that you were shaming him for is okay now.
No, Hussy and I buried the hatchet, and that's the last time I am going to say this. Okay, we buried the hatchet. That's that.
Exactly. And this is the adult thing to do. It's like, okay, It's like even me and Hussey have been able to move forward and be civil with each other, wave to each other in the chat, have a little bit of communication because we've had to discuss things because this is all cropped up and I was around for it and he was around for it. I've said certain things, he's verified it, and it's opened up the communication in that way. We'll never probably be best buds, no. But we're adults and we can be fucking civil for God's sakes.
Absolutely. Oh God. But let's go, Beggs. Let's hear it.
To go out there and help these people try to take anything away from me and mine.
No, you're doing that all by your lonesome. How many times from now till Sunday do you have to say that? You're doing that all by your lonesome. We're trying to teach you. You can't just say anything and think you can get away with it. That's why people like Hussey is taking your sugar cougar to court. That is why Gaining Ground is trying to raise funds to take you to court, to get you to shut up legally. Exactly. Sama put in the links earlier, and it was good to see her. I haven't seen Sama again in the chat, but that was good
she's
to see
probably
her.
just been busy with real life stuff, probably.
No, of course. But thanks to Sama for posting the links earlier. Yeah, I forgot to put them on the screen. Whatever. But thank you, Sama. Much appreciated.
Is absurd.
Oh,
it's almost
absurd?
like you can't get anything else from me. So.
Oh God, what do you? Let's go.
Just try to keep me from having anything else, right? Like I'm going to hold it over your head because you're being absolutely gross.
Yeah. I'm going to hold a lot of shit over your head. I already do.
Well, you should be accountable for all your behavior over the years then, because you've been gross for fucking numerous times.
I already do. All right, let's hear it.
I'm talking about him.
Yeah, it's supposed to be around here where he claims. It's supposed to be.
And obtuse with your vernacular. It's just gross. You've like picked up the thesaurus of nasty bitch and just read from it word for word.
Yeah, but here's the thing. At least I know what a thesaurus is. And I can read syllables that exceed one syllable. I can read words that exceed one syllable. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
We helped you keep from being evicted, and I sent you a computer.
Oh, God, here we go. And I already explained this earlier. I'm not going to rehash. I already explained this. For those of you just joining, the first hour, I spent the first hour with Death explaining all of that, including that GoFundMe when I was fighting my landlord 2 years ago. So you'll be able to watch that. You'll be able to watch that in replay.
Okay. And I don't give a fuck. If somebody sent me a computer and it was an absolute turd, I'd have thanked them for it and paid it forward.
And I did thank you initially until you decided to hold it over my head and decided that I was beholden. I had to be beholden to you for it. This is
the thing, right?
Yeah.
Don't give anything to anyone in life unless it's with an open fucking heart.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Yeah.
And that's the God honest truth. Don't give anything that you can't afford to wave goodbye to. You don't give to receive. You don't give for any other reason than to give. If you wish to, then you wish to. And you don't get to rewind the clock and go, oh, well, I wish I hadn't done that. You don't get to like knock on your ex-girlfriend's doors and go, give me back all the presents that I ever bought you for our relationship or whatnot. You don't do that shit in life. Adults don't do that, Nex. Okay? And as I've stated many times, we all gave you far more than you fucking deserved. And see that as even Stevens. You are not getting a fucking penny out of us. Yeah, you had too much out of us as it was. Fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah, when I hear, I am not giving you a penny. And there's the thing. I did pay it forward. I gave it to my friend Mary, who in turn gave it to a refugee family before she passed away. Okay? There. And for those who are wondering, no, Mary is not her real name. It's just that her family is still around, and I'll be damned if any of you fools try to dox them. That's why I'm not using her real name.
You claimed that you did, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I did pay it for it. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. I don't care if you don't believe me. I don't have it anymore. Okay? I don't care if you don't believe me. How about that?
because
Well,
we
then-
don't live our lives on the internet where we feel that we need to validate ourselves constantly, unlike you, Nex. Okay, so the fact is that the truth stands as the truth stands. Fedora, if she felt that she wanted to or was so inclined to show the messages that she had with that woman about the laptop, about giving it to that refugee family, she could do that. But she doesn't need to validate your fucking bullshit because we've got the truth on our side. So when you got the truth on your side, you don't have to fucking be like the duck's feet are paddling fast under the water to try and cover your fucking... We don't panic like that. We go, well, it is what it is because that's what fucking occurred. And that's all it is. And if you don't like it, you have to fucking lump it at this point.
Well, there, you see, it looks like I said, look, I could have just as easily have taken Belinda's offer, and Lord knows it would have been entertaining. It would have been entertaining as hell. We would have been either falling off our chairs, laughing our heads off. If I had taken Belinda's
come
offer.
out of it, you wanted something good to come out of it.
Exactly.
You know,
that's why I didn't give it to Belinda. I did not take Belinda's offer. That's why I did not take.
Yeah, you know that I felt so bad about this that it bitten you in the ass. That wasn't my intention. I never even wanted him to participate in it. I was going to do this on my own. He involved himself in this situation. He wanted to. I guess he was concerned that maybe a few of his members were going to donate to such a GoFundMe, even though I hadn't asked. I had not put this in the Discord, mind. Nobody in his Discord or community was aware that I wanted to get a laptop from you. Not one of them was aware. The only person I mentioned it to was he, because he kept going on about you turning up to his streams, and I was trying to explain that you're so sick that you can't even make it to your computer at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
he himself and said that, oh, I've got an old laptop that I never use. It still runs. It's okay. It'll do what she needs it to do. That's what he said.
Well, that's, anyways. I'm not, I already covered, but that's the thing. That's the important key. You know, that's the important thing. But like I said, it would have been, it would have been entertaining as hell. And Belinda was willing to cover the shipping cost. She was willing to send me the money for it. And, as entertaining as that might have been, watching Belinda taking a hammer to that laptop on camera in 4K, I wanted something, as you pointed out, I had to have something positive come out of this.
No, and also I think you also knew that I had all this like, oh shit about it, and like the fact that he involved himself. Then I was like, well, let me pay the shipping on it then, because like I guess if you're going to donate a laptop, so now I felt like obliged I could pay the shipping on it. I didn't even ask his community to chip in for that, and because somebody said about it, and I said no, don't worry about it. In the Discord, I said, because somebody said, oh, well, chip in for the shipping on it. And I said, no, I've got it covered. So I did not ask his community for one fucking cent.
Oh, I believe you. I know that. Because you're not one to ask people for anything.
No.
Not for yourself, anyway. You might do it on behalf of others, like Gigi's GoFundMe.
Yeah, you know me well enough.
You never ask for anything
very well. Fedora, is probably one of the few people online that's known me for a good length of time and knows me very well.
Okay. So anyways, let's continue, Beggs. Let's hear you spew some more. Come on, whisper me those sweet nothings.
You even tried to accuse me of nefarious purposes, like keystrokes.
Well, I wouldn't put it past you. In all honesty, I didn't have a chance to ask Mary if any were found, because like I said, she passed away before I could actually have a conversation with her about it. But I wouldn't put it past you. It was kind of creepy that you knew exactly when I appeared in whose chats and where and when. Find that kind of creepy, dude. And how you kept harping on I was not using the laptop as I should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Her quote. So what am I supposed to think?
Try to record your keystrokes. Like I have time to sit around and read what the fuck.
Yeah, you do. You do. That's all you do, because you're that paranoid. You're that paranoid.
You're talking about during the day. That is paranoia.
Yeah, it is. It sure is, dude. I'm glad. That's a flaw.
You spent your entire existence fucking in a paranoid state, Negs. What would you fucking know? You're hardly even self-aware to even know the difference at this point in time.
Yeah, dude, stop mixing Red Bull with your medication, okay? Just an idea. not a good idea. It's not good.
I mean, the handful of lucid moments that you've had in your life could probably be counted on maybe one hand, maybe two hands if you're lucky. Apart from that, your self-awareness is not present. The fact is you have a total lack of emotional regulation. We know this because you've stated that you've got BPD and trauma and all the things like this, which clearly means that you've got a lack of emotional regulation. So don't come out here pretending with your cock swinging like you're the only one that knows what's going on and everybody else is fucking unhinged when we know that the truth is the opposite.
Exactly. All right, let's go, Beggs. Let's go. Yeah, talk.
But now you sit here and you pretend that you have like a moral high ground.
No, I don't pretend. I'm confident that I do. Yeah, I'm pretty confident of that. Now, that includes nobody, yeah, you're free to disagree with that, and that includes people in my chat, absolutely. But I believe that I do. Yeah. At least over you and Klonka, the power couple.
Like, well, at least I'm not these people, and you're bullying the bully. Yeah, your father would be ashamed of you.
I bully the bully, and just dare talk about my father. Your father wouldn't, at least my father claimed me. Your father ran away the first chance he got. My father at least claimed me, and he supported his family.
I reckon that your father fucking soon quit trying to be a father because he was a little bitch boy that used to cling to his mummy's skirt and moan. So when your dad tried to toughen you up and teach you how to be a fucking real man and stop getting in your feels and crying and shit, right? You went, mummy, and daddy told me off or whatnot. And he went, fuck this shit, I'm out, right? Because your fucking mother fucking licked your fucking bum all your fucking life, changed your fucking diaper all your fucking life, and now you just found another secondary fucking mother to do exactly the same. Well done.
Oh, dang. Oh, Pebbles. Oh, Pebbles. Okay. All right, let's go.
He would. Because he's not alive, right? Because if he were alive, like, according to them, we should just get this in front of him, right? Like they did with AK's family. By the way, big shout out to all the MFW and other fucking leeches who didn't speak out when AK was completely fucked with and their family was contacted.
No. You don't get to bring Columbine. Columbine doxed a lot.
Little Miss fucking Doxer herself. How dare the fucking grand
Doxer? Sorry, no. You don't get to. No, after all the people she doxed, no.
She openly goes out there now, threatening, I'll dox you.
Exactly.
She's such a fucking internet larper. She's so fucking gangster, isn't she? She's so gangster with her fucking fat face squashed into that bike helmet on her badass biker girl bike. You're so fucking flash, aren't we? We know what you really look like. We saw your fucking face. We know what you look like, bitch. Try using another fucking 100 filters, why don't you? You still look like a horse.
A horse, yeah.
One love, right? Everybody got to get their victimhood in. Yeah, stick up for each other, especially females, man. I have scolded these motherfuckers for that repeatedly. And there's some people not saying a word about it because what?
Get the fuck out. You're not an advocate for women.
Get hundreds of views.
Women are against you, remember, Negs?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I said you're not an advocate for fucking women. Get the fuck out. He's acting like, oh yeah, especially you women, like, oh yeah, like, you know, sisterhood fucking shit. Get the fuck out. You and your non-feminist fucking granny cunt.
Yeah, you're misogynist.
You've got no right to talk on anything about feminist fucking matters or female equality or anything. You think that you just said a minute ago that all these women are targeting you, right? In a predominantly female community.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and those who are saying that, you know, keep saying, I'm taken, you know, honestly, now that I think about it, I'll say it again. I think he means more the women in his chat, like Holly, like Nappy Duppy, Gothic Glitter. I think he means them. Yeah. All right, let's go, Beggs.
Everybody's stuck in a pattern of just staring at the same shit.
I don't know. We could say the same about you.
And not even really watching or listening to what's happening and just kind of laughing and doing it for the numbers. I get it. Hey, I got a Cash App right there, Kickstarter in the fucking description and everything. But
Speaking of Kickstarter, I might as well do my own obnoxious e-begging portion. My PayPal link is in the description box below if you wish to support the channel, as well as other ways to support the channel, or just give a thumbs up. A thumbs up if you haven't done so already. It's a free way to help the girl out. And also, Gigi, his GoFundMe. If you feel called to donate, please do so anonymously. He is the only one who could potentially legally shut Begz up. There.
I just thought I'd see more female creators have her back.
What?
Because I sat there and listened to her tell everybody what the fuck they did. And
yeah, I'm allowed to do that. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you can't handle accountability. No, none of you on that side of the aisle can handle accountability. You don't know accountability if you fell over it. So there's that.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Aw, poor baby.
Considering, like, dude, look at the entire community. I like to consider, like, I'm not going to say people are part of my community, but people community share, right?
No, Negs, you own people. Remember that. Everybody else is a traitor.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. His relationships are all transactional. Some of us had to learn the hard way. But yeah,
you watch every single chat, and if you're not watching every single chat, then you've got somebody in the fucking Discord, one of the unhinged fucking hags looking at it, or DC herself. Because just like yesterday when we was in Jill's chat, who comes in? Clunker, of course. Did she not? Fedora, you was there for it. Yep. She came in.
Yep.
You know, because you can't help yourselves. You all need to know what's being said about you online so desperately that you live and breathe this shit. I don't give a fuck. You lot can make all the videos that you want. You can get crazy AK to fucking make a ton of videos on me. You can do whatever you want. Say that I'm drunk. Say that I'm a pathological liar. Say all the things that you need to discredit me. Okay, yeah. I don't give one shit because I'm not listening to you lot. I don't go and watch your fucking shit. I give you a middle finger a long time ago, and it will remain so.
Absolutely.
I don't engage with you for a fucking reason. You will never get that from me. Never get that glory from me ever.
There you go. All right, Begz.
And you have to watch out for one another. And the same shit happens to all of us. Cop calls, CPS calls.
Nobody called CPS on you. I think we've already established that. Nobody called CPS on you. And the thing is, the very fact that the cops decided to take the time to show up at your place probably means they know you and not for good reasons. So there's that.
For what exactly? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out, but I don't think there is any figuring it out. I think
you're trying to figure out a way to fucking fix this shit, which you can't fix because everybody knows.
Exactly.
It's an internet-related mental illness.
Hey,
they're talking about your mom. Why? Why? I mean, do they like your mom? Have they met your mom? See, that's weird. That's called stalking. They think that that's normal. It's not. It's not normal.
Yeah, but your behavior is not exactly.
Your side of the fence has contacted Belinda's kids.
Yeah.
Talked about contacting everybody's family members, everybody's work. God knows what else. Vicky's fucking school. God knows what else.
Hussey's ex-wife.
Everything that you possibly could threaten, you've all threatened, including bricks to the fucking head, right?
Yep, exactly. I received one of those calls too.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for my one. I dare you all. Go on, call me. Threaten me with a brick to the fucking head and see how it goes for you.
There you go. See how well that goes. Let's go.
Look weird. It makes them look weird. Fortunately, my mother's not bothered by it because she knows. Look, man,
because your mother is naive, or she's willingly blind. Because heaven forbid she might have to admit to herself that she did a lousy job raising you. Sorry if it's controversial, what I just said, but it's what I think.
Well, the only way she could not know this by now, at the age that he is, and he's been insufferable, and she's had to sweep up his shit continuously, for 40-odd bloody years before DC came along. To spin doctor his shit.
This freaking laundry, for God's sake.
If she doesn't know what sort of fucking man baby that she raised by now, then she must be equally deluded as him. and also suffer with mental illness.
Exactly.
She still pities society. I don't pity anyone.
We don't pity you either.
I don't.
No, you only pity yourself, Negs. You've only got room for yourself to pity.
I don't even think he pities Klonka.
No, he pities himself. The man is so self-involved. He only feels like he thinks he's an empath because he feels things, right? Because he's not a complete fucking narcissistic sociopath. He's just a regular narcissist. And, we'll leave the narcissistic sociopathy to fucking tragic. But because he feels things for himself deeply, he thinks that makes him a fucking empath. He's deluded even with that. Even with that, he doesn't understand.
He doesn't know the term. He has no idea of the meaning of the word.
Unlimited power and money. I just keep me away from too much power and too much money. Just do it. Okay.
I think society and that is doing, and you yourself is doing a good enough job of that. I mean, you, Mr. Work is too dangerous for me. Yes, work is too dangerous.
Because it wouldn't be good if I had unlimited power and money. I'm not talking like, I'm talking like,
Work is too dangerous for the dangerous man.
Yeah, remember, the most dangerous man in the world or on the planet, on the internet, whatever, thinks that work is too dangerous for him. Mm-hmm.
Work is too dangerous. Water is too dangerous.
Right.
Rational thinking is too dangerous.
Well, I've met people who are afraid of water, but they do shower. They're not afraid enough to. They just don't go swimming, or they won't even go in a boat. They won't go in a boat. But they will shower. They will clean themselves. They will wash their hands. They just don't do the recreational water sports thing. That's all.
Oh, don't say water sports because that invokes something else with DC now. I don't want to think of.
I don't think Blanca can swim either.
Oh no.
Contacted Callie's uncle, contacted AK's family, contacted Shane.
Yeah, didn't you contact Shane's family? You contacted Shane's family way back when. Yeah. You contacted.
I know. He also tried to track down Callie's godson, Solomon, because he was running with the narrative that she had a secret baby, abandoned her baby, but for some reason, Callie, rather than keeping it secret, would mention Solomon on her social media like he's a godson. So considering she abandoned this secret baby, she didn't keep it very secret, but that's what he wanted to run with and was trying to dig through that. He's dug through many people.
Oh, yes, but don't pity Callie now because she decided to suck up and roll in the mud with these people. So
let's remember how you also got DC's apartment number from Isaac Guest.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. And I remember how she had a stinking fit. All that was published was an apartment number, not the address. And I remember she had a stinking hissy fit over it. Yeah, but they get on my case when my full address has been published on Twitter. My full address has been published on Twitter. They accused me of having a stinky fit. Well, yeah, damn straight. God damn. Or when they post my father's obituary, which not only has my legal name, but it has the legal names of family members. Thank you.
It's not just that. With DC particularly, she, like Nex, have got a big digital footprint. Okay,
they do,
and she's lived in DC her entire life, right?
Right.
Her career's been in DC her entire life. She's got articles all over the internet, blogs, this, that, the other. Right? It doesn't take long when you've got such a huge digital footprint. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you've got to be aware of that factor when you come to social media. If you have got a big digital footprint because of your work or because of X, Y, and Z reasons, then that's why you should create a totally different persona or not come on camera or do things in a different way. Because if you're going to put yourself out there on camera and call yourself DC Media Girl, everyone knows that you're in DC, then they can search for you, then they can find all your shit on there. It's not hard to trace somebody to a small area in DC when you see where they've been working even.
Exactly. Okay, let's go.
Because he's a two-faced backstabbing prick. He, she, whatever the fuck. You'll never be a man, dude. You'll never be a man because you've not had the struggles of a man yet.
The struggles of a man? Who are you talking about now?
Who else? My mom, AK's parents.
I think he'd like to struggle with a man.
Why are you taking up the mantle for Columbine's parents all of a sudden, dude? Why?
Because they're fighting his corner. Because that's how it goes, right? It's quid pro quo in that sense. Like, this is how they got the Plate Gang, Zoom and Rocket and all that. So it's a deal was made. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. You fight my fights, I'll fight your fights, right? Because you're all fucking weak and you need reaffirming constantly.
True. Okay, Beggs, let's go.
Why? What's the point?
Why not?
What's the point?
Okay, at this point, my thing is why not? That's how I'm gonna answer it. At this point, yeah, why not?
In game. I mean, there aren't laws against contacting people, but there are kind of like laws against harassment and stalking, and that's what that is.
Well, that's what you do.
You've been doing it the longest out of anyone, you'd know. Takes one to know one, right?
Exactly. It sure does. Shane's parents, Hussy's ex-wife, Callie's family, yeah. Belinda's family.
If you ask somebody, like seriously,
I think she also went to Gigi's job, or Clonka went, or Callie went to Gigi's job, even. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I'm going to come to you guys.
They don't understand. Do you know when they're like calling into the question about DC, about Gigi having this GoFundMe and the defamation of it all? It's not First Amendment. It's not opinion, because what makes it different? Yes, you're public figures. When you're public figures, you forego certain rights when you're out there on a public platform. That's part of you signing up for a YouTube account, even for a channel.
But even there are limits to that. You can't go around,
No, I know that. But the thing is that what they're saying about Gigi on a public platform, when you're publicizing it, whether it be verbally or written, so that's slander or libel, okay? Whichever way, when you publicize that, it's no longer opinion. Okay, and that's what changes it into the realms of defamation. I think you all need to go fucking look that up, because I sent that to Gigi a long time ago. Because when Niggs and her started coming out with this First Amendment and opinion based, yes, opinions are objectively covered by First Amendment, but not those sort of fucking opinions. When you're stating it as facts and publicizing it on public platforms, and it's defaming someone, it can affect their reputation, their character, and future employment. I think you'll find that that is true defamation per se, you pricks.
Yeah, exactly. Can you hold down the fort for 2 minutes for me, please?
No problem. No problem. I'll interact with the chat. DC isn't even in a real city, even though she tries to act like it's the end all and be all. Well, she's going to make a new city for herself now. She's going to build up Connellsville. Begs the closet gay and wanting. Oh my goodness, Kitty. Jesus. Maybe she knows she birthed and raised a loser. Well, yeah, I think even as a mother, like most mothers know when they've raised an inept child, let's say. Like for a lot of mothers, maybe it's because they've got multiple children, so you might get a run to the litter, one that doesn't fly the nest or whatnot. But for her, she only had the one. She only had to raise one. So that makes me think that this behavior has been going on since he was a toddler. And because he was a sickly child and had all these health issues and was in hospitals for, heart operations and whatnot, she did coddle him. And I think that went on throughout his life and it pervaded. And because his father walked out of his life and he didn't have that strong male role model to teach him to toughen up a bit, this is why he just goes around whinging. He is still that same little toddler whinging to mummy, but now he thinks, the internet is his mummy as well. And that he's got a right to fucking go, oh, mummy, they're attacking me. It's like, grow the fuck up.
Okay, thank you for holding it down. Okay, I'm just going to address. Where are you? Who are you? What are we addressing? Where were we?
I was talking to Damn It Amber. Maybe she knows she birthed and raised a loser. Sorry, I was responding to that basically. And there's no way that she could ignore the fact that most mothers will know that they've got, like I said, if they've got multiple children, if they've got one that's a bit, backwards and coming forwards, hasn't flown the nest, whatever it is a little bit defunct in life, they're aware of mum. But because she's only got the one child and she's coddled him from day one, I think that's what's pervading his behaviour. And now he goes to the internet acting like it's a mother and whining to that, going, it's just, yeah, this behaviour has prevailed throughout all of his life.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my, yes. So, anyways, who is there? Yes, he needs Miss Manning to explain fair use to this dummy. Yes, he does. For those who don't know, Ms. Lisa Manning is Yaba and Sam's lawyer.
He does. He needs pulling up by the fucking struggle straps and being taught how to be a fucking man. That's the real issue here. That was never fucking brought forward to him.
Exactly. Kelly Jean says, my parents would beat my adult ass senseless if I ever behaved this way.
And he wants to keep going on about male and female issues and what it is to be a man and people and women attacking me and this and that and blah, blah, blah. No, it's called being held accountable. As women in society, we have to hold it all down. We're not living in the 50s where women are just homekeepers and raising the children. We often have to do it twice as fucking hard now because we have to hold down a full-time job, still keep a nice house, still raise our children. We're just taking more on our plates. So to think that we can't hold you accountable because all you have to do is the bare fucking minimum and you can't even do that without bitching.
Yeah, exactly. So Lally says almost 50-year-old man who still relies on mummies is fine sometimes, but not when you are claiming you are the reincarnation of Hercules and Gandhi all in one. Exactly, which is what Beggs does. Nicole, hey, good to see you. Good to see you. NYT just lost a defamation case dismissal today for $6.2 million for a real estate agent plaintiff suing the NYT journalists. Oh, New York Times. Still defamation. There it is. T-Girl says it's still no excuse. There are many of children that were very sick as a kid. Yes, I was one of them, T-Girl. I spent the hospital, the local children's hospital here in Montreal Children's Hospital was my home away from home. As a matter of fact, that's where I did kindergarten at their hospital program.
I'm just going to mute. I'll be back. I need to get a drink.
Oh, okay. Okay.
1 second.
Yeah, exactly, T-Girl. I was one of them. Yeah, I was one of them. The hospital was my second home as a child for a long time, and I did kindergarten at the hospital. You know, but my parents sure didn't say they didn't coddle me. They sure as hell did not coddle me. 60-year-old women are bullying me. Gets all his money from 60-year-old women. I know, right, Kelly? Make that make sense. Make that make sense, right? Yan, he is always the hero Hercules and the kind one and the peacemaker Gandhi in every interaction he has. Oh, you said it. You said it. Okay. No, he will never learn. Okay, so anyways, let's go on. So that's what he claims. Yes, exactly. Okay. For a second, I thought he actually believed that. He probably does, Gan. He probably does. It's okay, Hit Me. It's available in replay. It'll be available in replay. I'm glad you're here, though, Hit Me. I'm glad to see you. All right, let's go. Let's continue. All right. Let's go, Begzy. Let's see if we can try and come out of this a winner this time. Because so far you're batting 0.
If I look in the camera and I say such and such name, leave me the fuck alone, and you don't speak a word about them and they start calling your parents, you got to make a formal complaint with the police.
What?
I turn into Doofenshmirtz. Dude, I'm telling you, I would build specialized camps I would probably do away with social media, period.
Okay, then what are you doing on social media? Get yourself off social media then. You don't like it? Get yourself off social media then. You know, why don't you practice what you preach? And what is this? You said you wanted to set up camps? For who and for what? Camps for what, dude?
Yep. I do away with social media, period. Have re-education camps to get people broken.
Re-education camps. He's going to start re-education camps. I would love to hear Klonka talk about that. Re-education camps. I'd love to hear Klonka talk about that.
From this cycle of needing affirmation from somebody giving you a fucking thumbs up or say an attaboy on the internet and actually going out and accomplishing something and trying to sustain our fucking existence on this planet. Tell me another world where two fat morons, one almost 50 with $100,000 debt, another one with HPV from their cousin, where they could sit at home, neglect their entire household, and do nothing but try to bully other adults into a reaction every day.
Oh God, they're both reaction channels. That's what they do. And haven't you been harassing them enough, Sam and Yaba? You've been harassing them for years. I'm pretty sure, they don't talk nearly as much about you as you talk about them. You could betcha you whine. Yeah.
And still make money from it, That's fucked up. That's psychopathy. That's not normal. It's psychopathy, and it's criminal. Like I've said, leave me the fuck alone like I am now. And if it continues, formal complaint. I would love to get back in front of that same judge in New Albany. I really would. I'm saying that out loud. That's about the only thing I'm saying out loud, because I don't feel like I got a fair shake. I would like to appear in front of that same judge with an attorney and the proof I have of all the stuff that was done.
Oh, really?
But how do I do that? Don't call them camps. Well, that's what they are. The motherfuckers are going to be sleeping in tents. Okay, re-education cruises. There you go. I'm going to ship you all out in the middle of the fucking ocean and re-educate you.
So,
you missed. Oh, God. Yeah, you missed.
I'm thinking here, so does he actually think this is pertinent to the case? Because they will dismiss the majority of that material next. You're a public figure online participating and engaging with this, not only under your own accounts, but many stock accounts. You've got your whole community doing the whole same thing, right? And if they're participating with another side of the fence, another community or whatever it may be, and it's full engagement on both sides, all of that material will be dismissed because it's a two-way street. I hope you realize that. So that will not do anything for the case. They will laugh about it. You bring all these tweets up. That's the same as when they laughed about when Bridget brought all these Twitter sucking things as a evidence with IC fuckboy, and they was laughing like, oh, what did Bridget think was going to happen with a bunch of socks on Twitter? What the judge was just going. But now he's saying that he can do this. He's going to bring it all as evidence.
Oh, you missed something. He wants to start re-education camps. He wants to put us all in re-education camps. And he would take away all the social media. He would take away all the social media from us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that part of his and DC's gentrification process, is it?
Probably. Yeah, I think that's funny. Like he said, he doesn't like social media too. So it's basically, I said, well, get off it.
Yeah. Both of them are deeply addicted to it. I've never known adults of their age. They're online more than anyone. Like, this is the thing. Not only are they all in each other's chats, which we do as well. Let's be fair. Like if I'm about, I'll try and come to most of your streams, or and vice versa. But if we miss the occasional one, we do. Never mind, But with them, they turn up not only in all each other's streams, but now they've got to come over to all our streams and watch all the chats here as well. How you have time for anything else? You do not. You're all too deeply invested in this shit. And that's what I called it out from the get-go. That's why when I cleaned up the community and I was fucking throwing people out there left, right and centre for doxing and doing all this weird behaviour and being online and being on Twitter constantly, that to me was all toxic behaviours. So those were the first people that I threw out of that fucking community, were people like Froggy, were people like Nietzsche, were people like AK, people like that were too deeply embedded in all this shit. And they still are. And you all haven't proven me wrong yet. They haven't proven me wrong that they're not.
Exactly. Lely says, like every good dictator, re-education camp so people learn not to question him. I know, this is scary. That's kind of, it's laughable. Don't get me wrong, it's laughable because, he can never, what's scary is that this kind of thing re-enters the realm. It enters the realm of that diseased mind of his. That's what's killing to me. That he actually thinks this is that he would actually come up with such an idea, and laughable at the same time, because come on, yeah. Matthew first, you said it, Matthew. Hey, Alex, good to see you.
Well,
And
I so needed a coffee. My throat was drying up in this
That's
heat. I was like, I
okay.
need a coffee.
I really want to get my brother's military. Only if you go first, Beggs. Exactly, Kelly. Yes, if Beggsy goes first. Yeah. God. All right, let's go. Let's see. Let's go.
Is that better? Those who refuse get chucked overboard. See what you did, Missy? See what you did, 007? Look what you did. You made it
What
worse.
you do, Missy? What you
made
do?
Uh-huh.
You in big trouble now, girl. Missy, the 007. You in big trouble now, girl.
Yeah, well, Missy 007. Missy 007, for those of you that don't know, not only is she the most fucking, taken with Negs in terms of like, she once had a monetized YouTube channel, and she gave that all up so she could be like top bitch for Negs.
Yeah, I know.
But not only that, but she is also the person that docks Belinda's kids.
Ah, yeah. These people are creepy. And let's remember, Traffic says he thinks pregnant 15-year-old girls are hot in reference to Missy.
Now, this will prove to you how disgusting their lot are, because they're sharing pictures of Belinda's daughter, who was 16 at the time, right?
Yep.
Now, Missy 007 and I got quite close at one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thought we could trust each other. I even went to her when I thought that she needed to even have conversation with Negs because he was flipping out about Gigi before he had fully turned on him. I was trying to salvage it. Now, this is how close Missy 007 was, right? With her anonymity and whatnot. And she shared photos with me of not just herself and her husband, but her 3 kids also.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, those kids' photos have never come out, correct?
No.
And they never will.
No,
because
I
we're
know.
not vile like you lot. We don't work the same as you. Now, if I wanted to, I could quite easily give those photos to Belinda and say, there you go, Belinda, have at it. Those are Missy 007's kids. Because they did that to your fucking kids, have at it. But I haven't.
No, we haven't, because exactly. And it's not because of Missy 007, it's because of their children that need to be protected. That's it. Because
no, it's also about how we conduct ourselves online. Yeah. We don't roll in the dirt. We are not vile like they are. And that's not the way that I associate myself. I don't want to be around people like that. This is why I didn't want certain people like those doxers and people that are too invested in this shit around me, and why I agreed to help them all if they're all going to turn over a new leaf. So I'm not into that sort of behavior because that's not how I conduct myself. And I still choose not to. I will still take the higher ground.
Exactly. Anyways, let's go. Let's go, Beggs. Oh God, I hate it. I hate that smirk, that sneer, I hate it.
The terror in the ocean. You guys know a lot of stuff I say is a joke. That's why I have a big problem with the people.
No, we don't know that it's a joke. I think you're dead serious about a lot of this disturbing shit that you say. Actually, that's part of the problem.
People who have a problem with me because it just doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't make sense?
Like, you wanted to go back and forth with me. You did. All you wanted to go. That's all you all ever wanted was to go back and forth.
No, not really. We're still going to do what we do, whether you fucking decide to engage in it or not. Next,
years, really, I've been dominating.
Exactly. Oh, look, he's going over my
what you have to say about hussy stuff.
Dreams.
I've been dominating you intellectually, whatever, baby. You cannot beat me in a battle of wits or words.
What?
Razor sharp tongue, leave you bleeding.
I'm already beating you. What?
You steal your best material. Get the fuck out of here.
God damn.
You're a plagiarist at best.
And
now you want to sue me.
Not me.
This is what I'm asking everybody for. I think this needs to be put together, and I will pay somebody to do it.
Do what?
And that is a complete recounting of the fake revenge porn narrative spun by Silvana and the Gaining Ground and Death.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe I'll beat you to it. Maybe I'll pip you to the fucking post and I'll put it all out there for everyone to see. right? Because Savannah knows and I know the truth, okay? Me and her discussed it. Me and her stayed very close throughout all that time. She was one of the few people that I was in contact with, and she'd backed off altogether as well. But me and her we were conversing regularly. And Savannah knows that in those DMs, I got nothing to be frightened of. I've already told her I lent into some locker room behavior with him because the minute he mentioned those news to me, everything in me as a woman, fucking, it ran cold inside me. Actually, I felt queasy. I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, and then I just went into mode in my head, like, what we're going to do. I need to find out how serious he is about this.
Oh, yeah.
And so me berating him for it was not going to be effective, because if he was going to do it, he was going to do it, right? And then he might have a fallout with me as well. So the way I played it is that I was going to cajole him. So I cajoled with him about the whole thing, and I wanted to know how serious he was. So I even asked him if he would read things out on stream, all kinds of things, because I wanted to know how legit this threat was. And the minute I thought it was serious enough, that's the minute I leaked it out and got it back to Savannah so she knew what the fuck was going on.
Exactly.
And I've got all that. And I've got no fear in making all that public, because I know, Negs, that when I screenshotted all of that shit, 2 days after I imploded the fucking community, I went into the Discord and I thought, maybe I should screenshot all that. Maybe I might need that at a later date. So I went in there and screenshot all our DMs. And as I was doing it, Negs came into the Discord. He must have seen that, like, you know, when you can see someone's typing to you, you get the little dots. He must have thought that I was doing something. He went in there and typed in a Discord code that you can remove a chunk from, if you can type in dates from this period to this period. He deleted 3 months of messages.
Right.
So our messages begun 3 months later than they should have. But I'd already screenshotted the whole fucking lot. You was 10 seconds too late. I literally screenshot the last message when you came in. I've got all those deleted messages, and I know you haven't.
I wish you would dump them.
But I may have to, because if you want to rewrite history, and now it'd be like this narrative that Gigi, Savannah, and Def ran with. No, it was a legit threat. And may I add, we know that you went through with it, because in August, Belinda found the picture where in August you released the picture of Savannah's behind. And then, because you got caught for doing it months later, you deleted that picture, put a picture of your own butt up there, and pretended that we was all kicking off about a picture about you. Because that's how you have to lie to your own community.
You said it. All right, let's continue. He's reacting to one of my more recent videos. Yeah, he's, are you doing the tour of my channel, Begzy? Aw, you're still a fan. I see.
Correct, Savannah. There are many witnesses. Exactly.
How it happened. Every private message he sent in regard to it, every tweet he made in regard to it, every time he called me a revenge pornographer, I want it. I will pay you for it.
So he's going to pay anybody to send him any DMs of anybody calling him a revenge pornographer. Beggs, you don't save your money, okay? Because it's all out there in the open. Save your money, dude.
There's old footage of you, Negs. Okay, when you imploded things with Witty Widow and Skeeter. And Skeeter, I'm very close with, in fact.
Oh, wow.
Me and Skeeter are good mates. And I know Witty enough, as well. And at the end of the day, we know what you did to fucking Laurie with her nudes. Tell me you're not a revenge pornographer again. Tell me you're not, when those actions pertain to that.
Trailer Park Barbie, yeah, her too. Yeah.
So you've already done it previously. So this wasn't an inflammatory comment that somebody went and run with a narrative. When somebody's displayed past actions to you and done certain things, you have to run with that. You have to say, well, they've done it before, so they're likely to do it again.
There we go. But let's go, Beggs.
Because if he wants to sue me, then I think I want to have something to countersue him for.
You want to countersue him? You have nothing to countersue him with.
Mm-hmm.
You lie like you breathe, girl. You lie like you breathe. You are spoiled. Now
It's
Who are
not.
you talking about?
It's
Like,
not a
obviously-
case of defamation because the
I got
burden
you.
of truth lays on the fucking plaintiff in that sense, right? So the fact is that everything you said about Gigi, you can't prove. Legitimately, you cannot prove that he's a predator or a P word in any shape or form. You've made websites, defaming him as such. Now, what's been said about you, you have got a pattern of behavior of doing. It's out there. Everyone's seen it. So you cannot say it's defamation.
Oh no, exactly. Hang on. I'm gonna skip over to that previous stream. I don't know who did you because the audio is horrible on the reaction. That's my video. He's reacting to yet another one of my streams. Oh my god. My channel. Wow. I feel special today.
Oh, I bet you use this one. Oh, you get 2 for 1 today. Oh, lucky you.
I know. Hey, I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm feeling so verklempt. Oh, dang. I'm feeling so verklempt. However, we may have to skip over it. The audio is crappy on this part. So
I did. I sat down one night in a few minutes, made a chart of who was connected to who, since people wanted to play that guilt by association game.
You made a chart, huh? Okay.
And I'll do it again and show you how convoluted it is. And if you're going to start doing that, you better start keeping that energy with your community as well, right?
Well,
right?
We're all guilty by association.
Right.
Belinda, Peanut, Gigi, everyone.
Yeah. But look at him. Yeah. We all control each other, right? Yeah.
Just nod. Okay, there
We
you
all
go. Water
control
fountain, as I like to
each other.
affectionately call it. There we go.
Look at Russ.
I guess, yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Russ has no idea what he's saying. He has no idea what old Begzy, his new buddy, is saying.
Like, you can't say that word, you can't say this word, so okay, I'll just drink out of this fountain then. Well, I looked at it.
Yeah, like what Harlan once said, they're only words. You can't be afraid of words that speak the truth.
Don't hate Big Player Russ' longest relationship when he was 18. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, well, maybe what they called me a dumb N-word, they meant it. Maybe that was the truth. Next, you dumb.
Yeah, you're the only one that laughs at your own jokes, Nick.
I know. Even
Russ
Russ
saying the N-word. Well done. Well done. Pat on
and
your
Russ,
hunch.
the suck up. The total suck up is not laughing. He'll give you a
I think
thumbs
he's
up,
looking at Puck. I think he's looking at Russ like he's the new Puck.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. Someone else took room. Ain't that special? Ain't that precious?
Puck was a far nicer person, may I add, than this Russ character that's just turned on on a dime because we didn't accept him because he made these weird claims that he'd put this narrative out that he'd been accused of the R word, and we all thought that was strange behavior. But it's not, is it? Because all of you lot want that negative attention because you can't get any sort of other attention. You can't do positive content, any of you. So you've all got to go out there with this strange narrative that you're a victim, this one's this one's that. He's making up that he's a fake R word. So you all belong with each other.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, hang on. All right, so let's continue. Oh, wow. Okay.
I want to drop the link again. Anybody feel free to join us. Gee, I hope you don't lose any livestock. I hope you don't catch any karma from this lying, grifting sack of shit who's dishonestly reviewing a conversation between two men.
Men?
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. David. I didn't know it was his sister. That's even worse. Did you know that? Did you know that it was his sister?
What?
David just said that Russ character, that stick figure on the screen now.
Yeah.
He not only said that he wanted to R-word that person or was accused fakely of R-wording. It was his sister. It was his bloody sister, Fedora.
Oh, gross. Oh, gross.
That adds another twisted fucking layer to it.
Oh my god! And this is who Beggs is. This is Beggsy's latest useful idiot. Slow clap, dude. Slow clap. Yeah.
Outside of Cali, she settled our differences. She had the
no, Dave. Well, that's what David just said, Steph.
Come up with try to ruin my fucking life. In which case, just don't ignore the process servers. That's all I'm asking people to do. Stop ignoring process servers.
Okay, they're talking too fast, so I'm going to skip over it because Oh, hang on.
You're boring anyway.
I'm gonna skip over the
We
reaction.
already watched it once anyway, and if he's not reacting to it, he's just sat there, look like a moron.
I know.
Like
Besides, I streamed that not long ago. I streamed that.
Look on his face. Look at it.
Yeah, I know. He said I was boring not long ago. He said he always, even when we were friendly, he always thought I was boring. Yeah, but he didn't say anything about it then because, well, he was happy to take my money, right? So.
Well, yeah, that's it. Because Negs is only good to people, or gracious to people when he's getting something out of it the other way. If it doesn't serve a benefit to him, you'll soon see the fucking other side to him, right? Which everybody has. Anybody that's ever been around Negs and is no longer around Negs knows that.
Absolutely. All right, let's go. All right, Begz. Yeah. Oh God, I see what you're talking about. What is that thing on his face? God dang.
Yeah, just be glad you don't have fucking. By your age, I had 2 kids.
Okay, really? Well, yeah, but you didn't exactly do anything to support them. You were not a.
He's gone, so you can't harass anybody. You can't harass my former regional manager. He's probably dead.
What?
I made $19,000 a year.
Yeah, because it was that long ago that you worked. You mean that all the people that you ever worked with are dead?
The Blockbuster thing. And when he said regional manager is probably dead, yeah, that's probably something he's counting on.
Yeah. Is that because you did a hold up when you was 17 and there was a young 17-year-old girl that also went to your high school? Let's tell the real reason why you didn't fucking get your real high school diploma in that sense. Why you didn't, right? And it's because your mummy got your record expunged, right? Because why? And why couldn't you go to that school anymore? Because that girl that worked at Blockbuster that you didn't take into account when you fucking did that Blockbuster over, and you may be able to say that, oh, you got expunged or you think it doesn't exist anymore. But this will come from your mummy's mouth. Your mummy went and told Skeeter all this. So it literally is from your mummy's mouth. So I know this is the truth. I knew this a long time ago. Skeeter told me about the expungement.
Wow. I'd like to meet this Skeeter. I really would love.
Oh, I'll get Skeeter on one time. He's busy at the moment because he's trying to get money together for his next documentary for Amazon. You see how that works, Negs? And you know what, Negs? When you was hard on your luck, right? And I was trying to help you with your fucking Twitch channel and everything, and you'd lost your YouTube channel, I even reached out to Skeeter because I do a lot of things for Skeeter and whatnot and run his shit for him, and I've always supported him. And I said to him, I even asked him a favor if he would give you a fucking olive branch, if he would throw you a fucking bone, like in terms of some work, because he had a lot of fucking things going on. Since then, he's made a fucking documentary that's gone to Amazon Prime. He's working on his second one. Okay. But he said to me that he would not. Unfortunately, he would not be able to do that. And the reason why he would not be able to do that is because his experience of you was so bad.
Oh, dear.
So bad. And this is why he even said to me when I said I was helping you, he warned me about it. He said, just be careful because this is, and he told me about the content of your character then and how you use people and turn on people then.
Yeah.
He warned me.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to meet this Skeeter.
Oh, he's a lovely chap. Skeeter is absolutely, if you speak to Witty will tell you, Skeeter is one of the loveliest guys. Like, he's an absolute diamond.
I hope to meet him one day. I honestly hope to meet him online, at least online anyway. Yeah, and Witty Widow has always been kind, and she's been kind to me. So, yeah. She's been very kind to me. There we go.
For a month bonus. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment by a lake, and I had a newborn son. I worked 60 hours a week.
You did?
Kept a roof over his head. And then I found a better opportunity at Microsoft. So I went downtown Indianapolis to work for Microsoft because it was the salary was my bonus and my previous salary. And
is he trying to justify holding up or doing what he did to the Blockbuster? Is that what he's doing here?
No, this is when he worked for a short time. Like I think customer service for Microsoft. He acts like he was some sort of CEO for Microsoft. Right? And he managed like a few months, and then he blames that he lost his job because of the pandemic or some shit. No, it probably wasn't. Probably like he was such a bitch boy that he was like, oh, freak out and quit the job or something.
Oh, dear
just
Lord.
like when he was saying the other day about the he called in sick. He had this one time when he was with his ex-girlfriend, he called in sick and blah blah blah, and it's like, what? Because he couldn't operate heavy machinery. He was like the fucking cleaner there, pushing the broom around or some shit.
Oh dear Lord. Oh boy. Okay.
And then the other thing he claims to have worked as is a photographer, which is his
Yes,
own.
I heard that.
Like, he got a Canon camera and he's made a website and called himself a photographer.
Yeah, exactly. We know.
And then some combined with a lot less work. So I did that. And then on September 8th, 2001, I was unceremoniously let go. I got unemployment after that, but we all know what happened 3 days later. We all know what happened 3 days later.
What happened 3 days later?
The pandemic hit. I've heard this
Then I
before,
fell
this
into
bullshit.
a deep depression because we were expecting another child. And
Well, at least not the pandemic. This is way back 20 years ago.
Oh no, this is this is when he's still talking about the Microsoft thing.
Little Legs and Mason still hadn't arrived in the world yet.
Yeah, he's still harping on about the one time he actually legitimately had a job and was let go from it.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do. So I began selling on eBay immediately, selling on eBay, hustling all day long, going to flea market.
Going on eBay. Oh my God.
In Indianapolis, buying, selling, trading, bartering. Pick up a job here and there.
Neg's great business acumen is like not changed since then. Now that he's got all the DVDs, because he thinks that's the way to make money. He's going back to a time in the fucking 90s or whatnot, or early 2000s or whatever it is, when he could sell DVDs and make money, and he's got no business sense. He doesn't realize the times move on.
No, he doesn't. All right, let's go, Beggs.
Call September 9th. Get a call September 9th. Fly out September 11th. Fly back September 12th or at 13th.
Now he's referring to 9/11.
Have you noticed that when Negs makes these excuses for all these inadequacies in life, that there's always some great disaster, great thing that's like really put a spanner in the works? Yeah, it's because of this situation, because she was this or that, or, because it was 9/11, or it's because the pandemic hit, or it's because of this, and it's because of that reason. He's got all the excuses in the world, right?
I know. Let's go, Beggs. Let's continue hearing this sob story.
He's going to be 15. I've raised him for 12 years. I provided him with everything, from the clothes on his back to the shoes on his feet to the food in his mouth.
Okay, referring to little Negs. We get it. Yeah, that's what a parent does. Surprise! That's what a parent does. They buy clothes for their children. They feed their children. They see to it that their children get through school. All of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Being a parent.
Belly.
He wants extra props because he's a man, though.
Oh, for God's sake! My brother was a stay-at-home parent for the years during the pandemic.
Yeah, I know single fathers as well that raise their children and don't make fucking half the fuss about it that he does.
No, they don't. They just do it,
Not a single one of you who criticized my parenting could do anything that I've done. You couldn't.
No, they do more. Those were parents.
Many, without complaint, no less.
Yes, those who are parents have done everything you've done and more, much, much more for their children and their families. Much, much more. But Beggs, continue with your sob story because we find it so.
But this is what I'm saying. It is all because there's victimhood, because he's a man that actually had to look after one of his 4 fucking spawn, that he wants some extra fucking props, like, oh, well done you. That you managed to keep your kid alive for this long. Well done you.
My God.
Do it. I know other single dads. I know one right now is failing so goddamn miserably that I want to help, but I don't want to enable anybody. I felt like telling him when he got his shit together, we could talk. But until he got his shit together and did better by his kid, we ain't fucking with one another. If you're a bad parent, then fuck away from me.
Oh, really?
Always.
Who are we talking about? Who's he talking about?
I don't know. He's made up some scenario where he can have the moral high ground now, where he's made up that there's somebody around him that was a bad parent, and he was like, "Step away from me, motherfucker, because you're a bad parent, and I don't associate with bad parents," because he's totally disassociating himself from being one, right? So that's a way to do it. This is all like word fucking salad. It's all manipulation. It's all spin doctrine. Did DC coach you on this one, Negs?
Probably.
Did she coach you on this story as well, like she did the last one?
I'll bet you, you know what, Klonka never worked in public relations, and I bet if she took a crack at it, she would have been fired immediately.
No, but she still had to do, like, in terms of media or whatnot, right? So you learn all the things that go on in media when you even, like, go get that degree, so to speak. So you know how all this shit is spun and how to market things. You know, I've worked in PR, I've worked in promotions, and I've worked in advertising and marketing in my time, and I also know how to spin shit. Why do you think I was so able to go out there and rebrand for Negs, for Hussy, for Tragic even? How is it that I managed to polish all three of them simultaneously and make them for quite a few months? Everybody was buying it, right?
Yep.
Well, I did a fucking better job than they did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Beggs. Let's continue. You know what I'm going to do? I've been on for nearly 3 hours. If you don't mind, I'm going to continue. I'm going to do a part deux reaction tomorrow.
I think good. Yeah, because you're at the halfway stage, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little over that. A little over.
Halfway.
Yeah, I'm going to do a part deux of this, and then we're going to spend the last part of this stream chatting with you guys like I always do here. I'm going to chat with you, spend more time with you.
Let's catch up with the chat. I'm sure they've had plenty to say. As I've been out, you know.
But yeah, so I'm going to do part deux tomorrow. I don't know what time. I don't know what I have on tap tomorrow.
What, me and Little Boots are streaming tomorrow. And we're going to have to stream a bit earlier because Little Boots has got all this wedding stuff.
Later? You said you're asking
because she's got all. Sorry?
You're asking me to stream earlier?
No, I said me and Little Boots have to stream early.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Because she said to me that she has to be like she's on Colorado time, right? So so she's like 7 hours to me, which is 2 more hours than you, right? Yeah. So it's like her early is not my early anyway, but still it's early.
I'll work around it. Don't worry, I'll work around it.
I think it'll probably be.
So anyways, let's go back up a bit to see. Okay. All right. Let's go back a bit. I'm not going to go up to the whole thing. Hey, Jazzy Jane.
You know what we're going to cover, don't you? In the afternoon tomorrow, we're going to cover Negs himself. So that's why I said, tomorrow is one that you don't want to miss.
Oh,
because
no.
I've been digging through the files and digging up a load of glorious things for you.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who Skeeter is. I still want to meet him, though. But welcome to Straight Talking Fedora, Jazzy Jane. Good to have you. And
I don't know who you're referencing there, but the fact is, if you're on the internet in older communities, there's going to be like sometimes older women, right? And Witty supports Skeeter. This is why Negs had such a problem with Skeeter, because Witty helped Skeeter out financially at one time, and Negs fucking felt a way about it because, you know, Witty didn't give him the same, I guess. So he felt a way about it. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Now, Skeeter actually does do something with his money. Now, when I say he does do legitimate projects, the results are for themselves. You know, you've only got to go look up Phantom Farm on Amazon Prime. So anybody that actually invests with Skeeter, their money actually does go somewhere. It's not going on fucking Delta 8.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's actually legitimate. So if he fundraises for a project, then he fundraises for a project. And people are not beholden to donate.
All right. True. Anyways, Death or any of the mods, Steph, anybody? Could you kindly please put the links in the chat again for one last time, please? There it is. Kelly Jean says, I'm too mannerly and educated in life to be of interest to him. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. And Steph says he lied, referring to Russ. Yes, Stickman Russ. He lied about the grape accusations, but the thing with his sister, in quotation marks, was on Instagram post from a very long time ago, two different situations. God, what a loser he is.
Well, that makes it doubly strange then, the fact that there's two incidents and they both involve
It
strange.
just makes it worse.
It kind of makes it worse either way. It doesn't make it any better, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Thank you, Steph, for setting us straight. The missing woman was a different situation. The grape was about his sister. Oh, really? Oh my God! The more I learn, the more disgusted I am.
Yeah, I like her. Steph always knows. Like she's good at that. Like
she is. Yeah, she is. Okay, so is that Clonker 1-1? I can't tell them apart. You know, like I said, they're morphing into each other, Kelly. They are morphing into each other. They share the same wardrobe too. Yeah, they do. They do, Alex. No, it wasn't David. The fake grape accusations weren't related to his sister. Okay. All right. Thank you, Steph. What WTF? I guess I have to rewind. What did I just hear? I had a 10-minute call. That was at 5:11.
The point is, though, is that if that Russ guy is out here making all these extreme accusations towards himself to gain negative attention, you can clearly see that's what he wants, because he can't get any other sort of attention. Yeah. So a lot of people on the internet that are used to getting trolled, or they lean into this behavior, this negative behavior, because that's all they can do now. And this is what, like, look, in all honesty, why do you think Negs is called Negative Nation? He seeks the negative attention also. He says about engagement, but this is why. The minute things went sour with Twitch, the minute I stepped away and imploded that fucking shit, is the minute he reverted to form. The minute is that he went back into, like, rolling around in the muck, right? It's exactly that. That's all he knows, and that's all he wants out of life, is that negative attention.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you, Steph. Yes, indeed, Steph. It is either way. It's all bad. It's all bad, right, Steph?
Yeah, all bad, and they all suit each other.
Yeah. Anyways, there we go. Okay, I don't want to. Okay. Either way, I think we can all agree that Russ is totally screwed up. I think so. Funny Girl wants to know if you are part of the OGDC, the OG drama community.
No.
Okay.
Although I know Skeeter and whatnot, and me and him are close and whatnot, I wasn't around when all that stuff with Witty and Yabba and whatnot, although Skeeter's filled me in on some of that stuff, because when he heard that I was getting involved with Negs, that's when his ears pricked up, and that's why he warned me. So it's not like I made friends with Negs's friends or whatnot, or got close to Negs. No, I was friends with Skeeter, and Skeeter warned me about Negs when he was like, well, be careful, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so T-Girl says David is right. Steph says...
thank you, Sama. Thank you, darling.
Where's Sama? Oh, Sama, I'm coming to you, Sama, shortly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sama, you are awesome. Yeah, I'm coming to you shortly. I'm just a little behind. I'm going to be skipping over a few things. Yeah, either way, it is messed up. I think we can all agree that it's messed up. Yeah. All right.
This is why I say I'm glad in a way, right? Let all the weirdos, all the fucked up ones that want all this negative attention and they've all got this twisted mentality. Let them all gather in droves like they are at this, because we know where they all are. They're all over there. Let them all stay together. Good. We know where you are, you bunch of freaks.
Exactly. McCall says, my brother was a total turd, then being a single parent totally turned his life around, and it's a totally different story. I'm glad that he's doing better, McCall. I'm glad that he's doing better. Good job for a quarterly and okay father then to do. And I heard Witty Widow, she didn't really get into detail when I heard her, but Witty Widow did hint at the fact that Beggs is badly raising his own son, so there's that. A
lot of people felt for him. A lot of people did fall for that. Look, it's not like nobody's ever had pity for Negs in his time.
Yeah, I know.
There's been a lot of people in your time, Negs, that have had a lot of time for you, giving you time, money, whatever it fucking may be. Lend a shoulder to you, whatever it is. And majority of the time, you know, your toxic fucking behavior pushes them away. And then because they want to step away from you, you fucking ramp it up to level 1000 and turn on them in such a way that it tells us that you're deeply fucking bitter, angry little man that will never get over his own fucking shit.
No, exactly. Didn't Traffic expose Negs for dipping into his kid's medication? Such a good parent. Traffic's not exactly the beacon of truth either, so I don't know. But that being said, I wouldn't put it past them, either of them, to do that. I wouldn't put it past either of them. Yeah. Yes, Kelly, I just can't wait. It's going to be glorious. Yes, I keep telling myself patience is a grasshopper. Yes, I'll be able to catch a live. What time, Death? Yeah, David wants to know when you're going live tomorrow.
Let me work it out quickly. So, Little Boots has got to be out by 6, which is 1. Her time 6, 5, 4, 1, 11. Okay. So I think it's going to be our time quite early, David, like in the afternoon.
Okay. Cool.
No, it won't be. No, not our time. No, what am I talking about? It's earlier for Little Boots. I'm working it out wrong. I've worked it out backwards.
Little Boots works in the daytime.
I'm ahead of her by 7 hours. 7 hours,
yeah,
right?
7 hours. And I do know she works. She does have a day job.
She needs to stream about 4 or 5 o'clock her time.
Yeah.
So
that sounds right. That sounds right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So what would that be our time? Oh Jesus, I'm no good at maths and things.
That's okay.
I'm good at other things.
Yeah, Lely T is also in your time zone. Yeah, Lely is also.
Little Boots made me a little time chart. She made us a time chart to work out our times in our Discord.
Oh wow!
So I just pull up the little time chart. So when we need to do our streams, I look at like what the time is in the UK and what the time is for her.
Anyways, yeah, thank you for putting up. If you wish to support the channel without paying YouTube its cut, you can certainly do so through my PayPal. Rest assured, I will keep all your information confidential. These are my socials. Yes, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Join me for all the fun. I feel like a shitty most of the time. I think a lot of parents do, Kitty. I don't think you're alone there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about 8 p.m. UK time, Steph.
Okay.
I think it's going to be about that, about 9 p.m. Yeah, because she has to start stream. We have to stream about 4 or 5 because she's got to be out to dinner 6 p.m. her time. So yeah, we'll probably actually might even start 3:30.
He's a busy girl, our Little Boots. Busy girl.
Her time, that is 3:30 her time, which would be 3:30 in the afternoon. Her time is what for us?
This is my second YouTube channel. It's a shorts channel with some fun short content. Nothing to do with Girl World or any of this cesspool. Nothing to do with that. But it's fun content. It's Drives with Mr. Me. It's yeah, you know, the most drama you might find is Mr. Me yelling at other drivers on the highway, which he does frequently. Yes, he does.
I'm laughing because Steph is like trying to help me out so desperately. She's like, half tender, is it 9? And I'm like, shit, I'm so mad, and I'm trying to work it out. And I'm all right when it's Eastern Standard Time because where my ex used to live in Florida, I was used to working it out on that one. But now she's 7 hours. Is that much more difficult? My brain can't calculate. I'm like, what is that?
There's that. Also, I have a merch store. I've got some cool sun hats and sandals all in time. Tonight is summer solstice. Yes. Well, they say you end up looking like your pets. Who is the dog, though? Not sure. Oh, wow. Didn't know there was one Kelly Jean. Who are they featuring tonight? I don't know who they're referring to. See everyone tomorrow, hopefully. Well, we hope to see you tomorrow, too, Princess Wreckage. Sama, thank you for putting up Death and Lil Boot's super fun channel. It's called Deadly Content. And
yeah, that's why they were trying to work out the times of when I was streaming. But I think it is about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly. It'll be You know what I mean? So yeah, I can just about work that.
Absolutely. I hear
Right.
it.
So then, yeah, it would be about 3ish for Little Boots, right? So then it would be UK time, David, about 10 p.m.
Absolutely. Yes, this is
Jesus.
this is Gaining Ground's GoFundMe, and he is the only one who could probably shut Begz up legally once and for all. So please give him a hand. Please donate if you are able to, and please, if you do so, please do so anonymously. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know many of you may be reluctant to donate because you're waiting the results of this court case with Hussey and whatnot. But just let me remind you that regardless of Hussey's outcome, what they've done to Gigi is probably far worse even than they've done to Hussey, and making websites, and it could absolutely not just wreck his reputation and character in that sense, but any future career prospects and things like this. These things follow you around, and it's a dangerous thing to accuse any person of.
And trust me, all employers, okay, I know this for a fact. I took seminars with labor attorneys. My ex is certified in human resources, so this is a fact. Employers, when looking for a candidate, they do go through your digital footprint. They absolutely look for your social media.
Steph is absolutely exhausted. Nexus want her out now, and she's too tired for maths. Yeah, it's not my thing to either, Steph. Like, I'm great. I was always great at everything else in school, but maths was my weakness. It's like looking at Hebrew or something. I just couldn't do it. You're welcome, Kelly. It was a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This was a fun stream.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
And tomorrow we'll have more Next Delight for you. And we're going to dig through I found some real gems for you. That we're going to have a fun time. It's
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. All right. Kelly Jean, who's on the Smoke Arena tonight? Smoke Arena, I believe that, who does the Smoke Arena? I believe that's Nova Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, Nova, and usually BGTV, sometimes Yato and Ms. Parker as well, right? Yeah.
That's the Smoke Arena, yeah. All I ever gave him was views, and I regret it. I cannot imagine how angry you both must be, Fedora and well, this is how
I'm angry, in all honesty. I've had enough time to digest all this like a healthy human being, and I'm simply here to point and laugh at this fuckery at this point, because what else are you going to do with these bunch of morons?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not getting in my feels about this shit, no way, and then totally not worth it. This is why I would never give them that glory to engage with them. They can harp on all day at me. I'm not following them or looking in their chats, but they can do that to us. I don't give a shit.
There we go. Princess Wreckage, Lely T. I once gave him the benefit of the doubt and I regret it. I think a lot of people do, Princess. I think a lot of people do. Jeff, what time did you say it will be for Little Boots?
It'll be for Little Boots about 3:30 in the afternoon. That's like mountain time, I guess you want to call it. And then Eastern Standard Time, it'll be about 5 p.m. And UK time, that'll be about 10 p.m.
That sounds about right. Oh,
there we go. We got there in the end. Woo! We did maths.
Okay, Lely T, do not beat yourself up over it. A lot of us were suckered into it.
Look, it's late at night here. I've been up since 5 a.m. and it's nearly 11. So forgive me for
sleep, do you?
me not being able to do it off the bat like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I felt sorry for him too. I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker, Alex. I did. I fell for it. T-Girl, Mrs. Parker was on this morning because she can't make it, so it'll be Nova, BGTV, and Yato meet things. It's always hilarious. I love when they stream together. Right on. Right on.
Sometimes I catch replays occasionally because you can't be everywhere. So there's certain people that you make the effort to try and be to most of their streams or whatnot, and you participate in the chats. But there's plenty of places that I'll just lurk or watch the replays of, and I still quite enjoy some of the content.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time. I mean,
when they're covering Shani and stuff, because I'm just not all about that.
No, I know.
If they do other things and they dip their toes into other waters, I'm more likely to watch those sort of streams.
No, absolutely, and they do stream well together. You don't got BGTV and
I asked them.
together.
I asked BGTV in Jill's chat to do a stream with Vidal because he was talking about Vidal knows how to push his buttons and he knows how to push that. And I was like, "Can you please do that stream? Because I will come and hang out. I promise."
Oh wow! Wow. Wow. Okay. 8:30 a.m. is 7 hours from 3:30. I guess Mountain Time or Greenwich time. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So they're still discussing the time. Hey, Emma.
It's become a great discussion in the chat about the time now. Sorry, Vidal.
I apologize. I wanted to thank you for the super chat from yesterday. Because I think you were already away from the chat when I noticed that you gave me the super sticker. I didn't want you to think I was not appreciative. Thank you very much.
That was with Armour. Yeah, no, but you was in the middle of the reaction and I waited. I tried to wait when you was reacting to the chat. But you know when you go up on the chat, so you missed my first comment. So then I just did it a bit later and I thought, let me pick my time in better the next time.
Yeah.
So I just aim for, I know that you'll get to it. So I'll keep messaging it until you see it, just like Steph does as well. You know,
Exactly.
or Sama, we let you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Alma, thank you so much for yesterday's super sticker.
Oh, Lely says, Steph, you are much more mature than I am. I don't know if you mean in actual age or just in mentality. I like to have a fun time, but you know, I do like to have a fun time and point and laugh and stuff at this stuff as well. I don't like to take it all too serious, but when they're out here telling outright lies and defaming people and doing all they're doing the fucking most, like, yeah, I'm gonna like speak to them fucking tersely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Harmony, good to see you. Good to see you, Harmony. Hope you're well. Biohazardous Wasteland, good to see you too. Welcome. Yeah, we're almost done. I'm at the last part where we hang out with the chat for a bit. But the stream will be available in replay as usual. Yeah.
And if you haven't hit the thumb, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, thank you. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't done so already. It's a free way to help your girl out. Yeah. Is the website done on GG still up? I think we're referring
I believe it's still up, you know, because when you buy a domain, you have the domain for a certain amount of time. Unless you was to alter that website, right, or delete it completely and then resell the actual domain. But who wants that domain? No one, right? So it's still going to be in existence until then.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. For those just coming in, we are at the tail end. I'm at the last part where I talk to you in chat for a bit. And I am going to be doing a part 2 tomorrow at some point of Begzy because I can. And because I want to. There we go. Don't worry about it, Steph. Math isn't my strong suit either. It isn't my strong suit. Don't worry. I would donate if I could, and I hope the GG annihilates that lying scumbag. Well, that's what we want, Lily. That is what we want. Thank you, Harmony.
Little Boots will keep you in the loop anyway, Fedora. We're in our little group chat, and we'll keep you in the loop, and then we do it that way, and so we don't overlap each other. And plus, that'll be quite fun because our stream will be going over like the archives of him, and then like finish off with like the second half of this, you know.
Ah, yes. Okay, the Smoke Arena, that is on Nova Ray. I believe it's on Nova Ray's channel. Usually it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they only host the Smoke Arena on Nova's channel only. Yeah.
It's about Hussey and Vidal. So if anybody wants to check out that drama, they're covering it tonight. If you cannot donate, please share the link wherever possible. Thank you, Sama. Yes. If you can't donate to GG, please feel free to share out the GoFundMe link. That's a free way to help them out as well. Thank you, Sam, for reminding us.
Steph will probably do that for me. Steph, you'll grab the link, won't you, darling? Thank you. Just because I'm in StreamYard, I'm not in YouTube chat at the minute, so it's like, oh, Steph, will you be a sweetheart?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not good with math either. You and I are in the same boat. We're not good at it.
Oh, I got you, Lily. Not in age, but old as dirt. I mean, in the way you're handling this lying scumbag. Well, yeah. Look, they're going to go out there. I knew this from day one. That paint me as a pathological liar. I'm a drunk. I'm all of these things because that's what they have to do, to combat the shit because they know all too well. But this is the other thing. This is why I'm always reiterating. I still have all the receipts that I haven't dropped. I wouldn't be as confident or biding my time.
I can't wait till they're dropped.
When I took the break that I did and stepped back from all this, I would have remained so. I wouldn't have come back if I didn't have the goods, would I?
No, exactly. Thank you, Biohazard. Thank you. Yes, he is, Kitty. Yes, he is. Hello, Revenge of the Girls. Good to see you. Death, you are much more mature than I am. That's okay.
Death, she meant it as a compliment. She didn't mean age-wise. That's why I was asking, and she said no. She didn't mean old as dirt. She meant as in the way that I was handling this line scumbag.
Right, of course. The channel Death will be streaming with a little boost tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the channel link if you all want to take a note of that. Hello, Charmaine. Hello, Charmaine.
Yeah, we lost a chunk of subs. I don't know if Callie wasn't popular. When our last stream, I think we lost about 10 subs. I was like, oh, Callie sunk it.
He did. In all honesty, my Callie reactions get really shit views. In all honesty.
Yeah, and I was like, they got shit views, but not only that, and then 10 people unsubscribed. I was like, thanks, Callie, you suck.
Yeah, exactly. You suck, Callie. It's not to say I will never react to Callie again. No.
I don't think we will now after that. She's like,
no, I will. I mean, if there's something to react to, if there's something, yeah, I'll do it. But I'm not going to do it that often. I'm not going to do it that often.
We was covering a load of her past history.
I lose views too.
A lot of people got overloaded with it.
Yeah, me too. My views are shit when I do a Callie react. Oh, not age, I'm old as dirt. I mean, the way you are handling the lying scumbag. She's referring to you, the way you're handling Begzy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Lily. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, David, do you have an email where I can reach you at? I can explain more. Okay, cool. Hey, Silvana, good to see you. Good to see you, Silvana. Oh my God.
Silvana with the shade. I love it. I love how she does that.
Yes. My torture session should be over by then. God. Torture session, Charmaine. No, I hope you're not getting tortured. There we go. This is so
long. It's better to watch the replay sometimes because on the replay you can speed it up.
That's true. Silvana, there it is. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Yes, Silvana, please give this video a thumbs up on the way out the door. It's a free way to help a girl out. Thank you. Everyone have a blessed night. Thanks you so much, Gan. Thank you. You too. You want me to send you the GoFundMe? Yeah, Steph wants to know if you want her to send you the GoFundMe link.
Oh, the Gigi one in the chat, Steph, please, darling, if you could just drop it.
Okay.
That's all I meant. That one. Yeah.
Hey, Lex. My God, it's funny. I'm at the end of a stream and people are coming in now. Yeah, it will be available in replay. I hope a lot of you are the replay gang. Yeah, exactly. That's okay, Lex. I was doing it during a work day.
Alma's puppy sitting. Oh, that's cute, Alma.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't know if he was here, Alma, but Fedora made a concerted effort to say sorry that she missed your super sticker yesterday.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much again, and I apologize for missing it. It's just, when I'm reacting to another screen, I can't see the chat, and the
screen it doesn't always show up in StreamYards. That's what it is. It doesn't unless you're in the YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing, because when I look at the StreamYard chat, so I can highlight your chats on the screen. But I know I have to make a better effort to look at the YouTube chat as well to find a balance. I
think most of us that have been around for a while know that you can't see what. This is why even your mods tell you things, because we know that you're in the other screen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear, Amma. The puppy neighbor's new dog Angus keeps spreading. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh no. I hope he doesn't do that when he becomes big. Yeah. Okay. Oh, drop it in the chat. There it goes. This is Gigi's. Okay, this is Gigi's GoFundMe.
Thank you, Steph. Thank
I
you,
don't know.
darling.
Take a note of it. Take a note of it or take a screenshot. Go ahead. Yeah. There we
No,
go.
there you go. For anybody that wants it, yeah, there you go. Please
Yeah.
share it out and donate anonymously. Thank you.
Yes.
Much is appreciated. Even if you can only give a little, because it all adds up, you know.
It does. It absolutely does. Exactly. And if you can't, that's okay too. Just if you can, share
Just
it
share
out.
it out. Even
Share it
that
wide.
helps.
Share it large and wide. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay. So, anyways, oh my God, 10 to 6 has been over 3 hours.
No,
Okay.
it was a long one, but an enjoyable one
Oh,
nonetheless.
it was, babe.
I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
that I turned up late though, but yeah, I got here and we had fun.
Thank you for coming on and
Thank you for inviting me, darling. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank
like
you,
I said,
everyone in the
tomorrow
chat.
I don't know what time it's going to be. I am going to react we're going to do part 2 to react to this video of Begz because, well, I can. And because I can. And for no other reason. And
That's right. So you'll get a dose of double negs tomorrow, old and young. Come over to deadly content, and then Fedora's gonna finish this second half of this brilliant stream off.
Yes, I will. We're gonna watch more Begzy's brain farts. Yes, we will. So
Have
that
a good
is
night,
tomorrow.
everyone. Fedora, thank you so much again, darling, for sharing out my channel and having me on as a guest. You have a good evening, won't you? Take care.
Thank you.
Bye now. Bye.
And that is that, and that was left with me. I have no exit song for tonight. So, anyways, that's about going to do it. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and always remember, if there is somebody vulnerable or at risk in your midst, please take the time to look in on them, give them a call, because sometimes just lending a sympathetic ear to that person can make all the difference in their world. So I'm off and out, and thank you so much. You all rock. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Bye.